All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're back for another moon stream. I'm very excited about today's moon stream, but I'm also not excited because it might be the last time we ever do moons, and that's sad because moons is awesome. So, uh, we have all but two pieces. I will hop into my gear in just a second. We're actually going to go ahead and head to the bank. We did some Huey kills in the last stream, and then did some quests at the end. It was pretty fun. Made a fool out of myself running around dropping through just terrible agility things and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. So if you were here for that, thank you. This is what the moon's clog is looking like. We need 2 more blue moon pieces, and we're gonna use the boppers and the bandos and stuff that we have. We figured out last time bandos was a little better than blood moon just because of the defense stats. So I'm hoping that we can finish these up today. It would make sense for us to have to go another 100 kills or so, because I was probably 20 dry on the last thing. So if we just do straight numbers, it would make sense for us to maybe have to do another 100 kills. So today might not be the last day. I thought with our luck that it was gonna maybe be the last one, the last time that we streamed, but no such luck. Really, really great luck. Not that much luck. But yeah, we've got these last 2 pieces here. And then combat achievements. The only ones that we don't have are the Dragon Scimitar one, and then pretty much a perfect run, which I don't know if I'm ready for that for moons. You know what I mean? So I was doing a little bit of agility. We're really close to level 70, which I need for Song of the Elves. Depending on how today goes, we're going to finish up moons today. I'm going to be working really, really hard on quests because I want to finish Song of the Elves. I want to finish up my Barrow's Gloves. I just need the quest points for that. Finish up Song of the Elves, and then probably Desert Treasure 2 after that. In the meantime, stream, depending on how today goes and how maybe next stream, and you'll understand why I'm saying that in a second. Depending on how these go, I may start camping Zulrah. I did buy some stuff, and this is my Zulrah setup. Obviously the Noxious Halberd, Bandos, Serpentine Helm to help with the Venom and stuff like that, and then Ring of Suffering to take out the little guys. Charge this up with 300 rings of recoil, so we've got about 12,000 or 12,000 charges on there, so that should be good. But basically, I spent all of my money. So we're gonna give away. I'm gonna keep the Blood Moon set. Sorry. Actually, I honestly think that I'm probably will give away the Blue Moon just because I'm so much farther past that with the magic gear that I have that I don't really need it. And then I will probably give away the Carol set or the Varric set. I think we have the full Varric set. I'll probably give that one away soon, and then I'm going to keep grinding this off stream. So, without any more blah, blah, blah nonsense, let's put our cow away. And we're just going to pick up a cow, throw it in the bank, no big deal. And let's go get set up for moons. I think this is the setup we had last time. Let's find out. I definitely don't need the defender. I got the boppers. I don't think it was worth it to bring the claws last time, but I'll bring them anyway. We'll do some specs and have some fun. 8 viewers already. Welcome, guys. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I get more surprised every time I play, which I shouldn't be surprised. Shouldn't it be that every time you stream, you get a few more people? Like, shouldn't that be what I'm aiming for here? But I'm always so surprised when you guys continuously bless the channel, so thank you. What do we need? We're gonna get the rope and everything. Well, I don't think we need literally anything else to go to moons. So, boop, boop, boop. Actually, yeah, we'll just do that. I'm actually positive that there's a faster way for me to get over to moons. But since this might be the last time we're taking this run, let's do it the way we've been doing it. I hope today's the last one. I have I have had some crazy luck. as I was about to say, but look, if I go dry all day, I'm not mad at all. The only thing that I'll be upset about is that I wasn't able to start Zulrah today, because I did spend my entire bank and I do want to try that. But I can't be mad. I've had such good luck. If I'm running dry, then I'm not mad. It just is what it is. So yeah, I'm excited. We're only killing Blue Moon, which is awesome because that's simple. And then yeah, it's just gonna be pretty easy. So let's get going. Like I said, only Blue Moon, and I think we're like 20 kills since our last piece. So with the luck we've had so far, I should be good. We'll see. We will see. But like I said before, I'm not mad. I've had such amazing luck with pretty much everything but Cow Boss. I've had amazing luck with. So I will take the bad RNG on something like the Cow Boss all day long, because that is just the chillest boss ever. I got free strength levels out of it. I was happy. It would be terrible to do that with moons. So are we close to any levels? No, we're just about equal to everything. Might as well just go ahead and train strength. I have a feeling that we're going to need a lot of strength levels for Zulrah, so we'll see. We'll see. Alright, let's get the hunting supplies as well. We'll drop that. Get another one of those. What's going to be crazy is one day moons is going to be nostalgic. Alright. Got our 4 potions. Let's put you down here. It's so funny too. You walk into a new boss, you're lost in the sauce. You don't know what's going on. And then I'm coming back here for maybe one of my last times ever setting up, and I'm mindlessly prepping for the boss. Funny how the brain works. I enjoyed stream yesterday. It was fun. I wasn't expecting to do any quests on stream, but that was cool. That was fun. I did it a little bit blind. Not really. I was definitely using the quest helper, but I tried not to. Usually I'll even watch a video before I do a quest, and this time I didn't do that. So went in a little blind, fell into a few traps, pun intended. Had a few lulls for the guys in the chat. That's good. Like I said during that one, it's gonna be fun eventually doing the Iron Man. I do think I want to do all the quests with the quest helper to get through the main as fast as possible, and then I would like to try to do as many quests as possible from memory when I do my Iron Man. So we'll see if I do that, or if I'm a pleb and I have to, you know, get some help. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, you guys ready for the first kill of the day? Whew, let's get locked in. I do think that I'm going to lower my screen brightness once again. I will very soon have those non-glare glasses, so that'll help. Look, the pit traps, they got me, man. I'm not even gonna mess with you. I got, you know? It was bad. It was real bad. Alright, I guess since I was fooling around with that, I'll wait a second for this to pass. But yeah, the pit traps was hilarious. I do understand how it could be hilarious to watch somebody do the quests without knowing what the heck they're doing. I'm trying to use the, oh yeah, it's definitely going to be worth it to use the spec weapon. Well, I'm getting hit here. First one, we're getting wrecked. Let me stop here. Oh, I didn't mean to click on it. Now I'm going to get schwacked. So does this control thing work? It does not work for me yet, I don't think. Wait. Oh, it does work. Because I'm definitely sprinting and my run is off. All right. Look, I ran right into that one. All right, look, great start to the day. Fantastic start. We've only run into everything. Also, did not set up my quick prayers, so we'll good. Oh, thank you for the camera reminder. There we go. Tell me I'm new to streaming without telling me I'm new to streaming. I also need to adjust the camera. Oh, I wish I was paying attention. Oh, good. This is the easy one. First kill of the day is always rough. For me, anyway. That's why I didn't kill Jad the first time. I always get the heebie-jeebies. Thank you, Gus. Alright, he's only got 18 health left, so we should be good. And let's go there. Quick boopage. Alright, let's reset our quick prayers just to make it easier for me. What did I have set before? Did I have anything set? Yeah, I had melee. Okay. Well, let's go get our loot. It is a bit anticlimactic to do all 3 of the bosses, right? And then so quickly only be doing 2, and now suddenly I'm doing 1. It is a little anticlimactic, but let's see. First kill of the day. You think we get a drop? We ready for Judicator's tomatoes? If we do, all right. No such luck. I'm glad we did. Whoa! I'm glad we didn't, because I don't need tomatoes this early in my day. Okay, I don't need it. But yeah, we had fun yesterday. Only did a few Huey KC. Huey's definitely a boss that you need a 3-man team for, which was surprising. I thought it'd be a little more fun solo, and I think if my stats were higher, it would be more fun solo. But it's definitely not a solo boss. But it's also, like, you could definitely do the mass worlds if you understand the boss. I didn't want to do it at first just because, like, I couldn't even see where the colored things were coming from in the ceiling to let me know what prayer I should pray against. The first few kills that I did with Mighty were insane. Judicator, by the way, go look at the Elder's Legacy Discord chat. Bucky put a thing in there. I'm blanking on his name, but one of the guys that does the kind of the RuneScape, you know, what new happened in RuneScape in the last few days. That guy. He put in one of Mighty's. Jesus, that was terrible. Mighty's clips, and I was in the chat. So my first 15 milliseconds of fame. By the way, really cool when everybody who's watching gets as hyped up for things as I do. Because, you know, being able to run some bosses with Mighty, who I respect a lot. He's really good at the game. He's got a very successful channel. I grew up in Ohio, where he's from, so there's a little bit of that too. But I think he's, you know, genuinely good dude, and for him to invite me to come play the game with him, that was cool. And then for me to get features on some of those other channels because of it, that felt pretty cool as well. So thanks to Mighty, thanks to Bucky for noticing it and letting me know. But okay, why aren't we attacking? Attack the man. Thank you. Sometimes I've noticed that I will walk into an ice cube. I will click to go to the next place, and then I'll click a little too quickly to attack, and it won't register the attack click. So I need to just be a little more mindful of when I'm clicking for that. The specs are definitely worth it. Holy. Alright, last time I didn't bring a spec weapon, and I mean, it was fine. I'm trying to get these kills out of the way as fast as possible. Alright, let's get a cup of joe. Let's go get our loot. It is so weird to me. I don't know why this is like this. But you're walking out of this room, right? And I'm headed south. But then when I walk into the next room, it's headed north. RuneScape, why you do this? And why you give me tar? There's gonna be a lot of that today, boys. There's gonna be a lot of that today. A lot of tar. I'm digging the fire cape. Definitely has made things better. Adjudicator, you know a little more about the stuff in the game. Do you think it's worth fooling with the serpentine helm here? Now that I have it, you know. Okay, so serpentine helmet is listed as one of the potential good helmets to have. You're probably thinking more for like money, it's not worth it. Because you do have to charge it with Zulrah scales. And I think the kills are pretty quick, so I probably don't need it. I should have waited. It's all good. Oh no, I shouldn't have. Let's go. Can I go to the thing? Thank you. I'm trying to get more used to using this tab for specs rather than clicking up top. The bigger target. That is a Justiciar helm. It is. Am I about to find out something new? Some other thing I should be having? That's what usually happens after somebody asks me what I'm wearing. Yeah, because I haven't gotten Natives Not. You know why? Because I literally was past the need for that pretty much right off the bat. Because I spent all my time at Crab. I think Crab has ruined RuneScape. No, I'm kidding. I love Crab. I would never say that. That is correct. Yeah, but a -1 strength bonus. Come on, I just got my cape. I'm not even wearing Barrow's gloves. Oh, I know the Natives Not is better. I know. But I don't mind taking the... Like, eventually... No, I'm actually wrong about the Natives Not helmet. This is true about a lot of things, but the Natives Not you can upgrade later in the game. Because can't you put, like, the... You can put something on the front of it to make it a better, like, face guard. So maybe I do need to get that one. But for a lot of stuff... Meh. Like, getting the... What's the body? See, I don't even know it because it's terrible, but what's the body that gives you the strength bonus? Because Bandos gives you the same thing. You get the strength bonus off of that. So it's like, why... Yeah, the Natives Not face guard, yeah. Since I knew I was gonna... I knew I was gonna have the money, and I knew that I was gonna have the levels to just go straight to Bandos, so I didn't bother getting the thing that makes you look like you have a six-pack. What is that thing? Why am I blanking on that right now? Oh, I accidentally cooked food. That's hilarious. Blossom, welcome to the chat for the first time. I don't think I've seen you here before. If I have, yell at me. What is that chest plate called? Hey, listen, adjudicator. I told you when we first met that I knew this would happen. I already knew it. But I do plan, like I said, I'm gonna keep doing some, I'm hoping that it works out that I can actually camp Zulrah, because fighter torso, thank you, adjudicator, thank you. Yeah, I basically skipped the fighter torso, went straight to Bandos. But anyway, I'm hoping that it works out that I can fight Zulrah effectively. Because if so, then that means that I can move my money making to Zulrah and not be so motivated to do smithing. And then I can concentrate on questing. Because I do, especially with the new stream schedule coming up, I'll be able to spend basically my entire afternoon every day doing questing. Yeah, Blossom, you're right. Once it's done, it's done. And I have gotten better about it lately. I've also gotten a few things out of the way that were nostalgic for me that I wanted to do right away. I wanted my fletching cape. I wanted my cooking cape. It was cool to get the Herbler cape because I remember looking at other people being like, how the hell did you get an Herbler cape? How did you even do that? Because it used to cost like 400 mil to get a questing cape, or to get an Herbler cape. So, you know, and there were other things I wanted to do. Getting combat up into the hundreds was nice. But now that a lot of those things are done, and I am gated in content a little bit, now I want to do it. So I knew this day would come. I will get the questing out of the way pretty quickly now. Especially, like I said, if I can camp Zulrah, get ready for quests to just get knocked out. Because then I can keep making progress toward money. And then probably buy some better gear. I'd like to be able to afford the BOFA right when it's available to me. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I was looking up last night to see how much of my bank I needed to sell to buy a BOFA to go to Zulrah. And then I found out that without Song of the Elves, I can go F myself. So, Zulrah's your favorite? My favorite so far has been Moons, but I haven't really done many bosses. Yeah, Huey was okay. It definitely wasn't one of my favorites. All right, I think this is the new. Can we attack him? Oh, I had the wrong one on. Yeah, we can attack him if you click the right buttons, damn it. Barrows has been fun, but Barrows is not a boss that you. It's not really a boss, in my opinion. More so much as like content. Definitely necessary content. Moons has been a lot of fun. What else have I done? I did Scurrius. Scurrius was fun. I'd say Jad was the most fun. I know that's going to sound crazy to some people, but I really loved doing Jad. Like, Jad was a lot of fun. And then Cow Boss was fun, just because it was so easy. I mean, when you're killing the Cow Boss with Bandos. Zulrah, I think, is going to be my first, like, legit challenge on RuneScape. I thought it was going to be Jad, and Jad, you know what? I'll take that back. Jad was definitely my first legit challenge on RuneScape. It took me 6 kills to do it. I learned a ton. It was the first time where, like, I was really genuinely leaning on chat to help me. Usually it's like me asking Judicator whether or not I should wear the serpent helm. Like, I could Google that, you know what I mean? But the things I genuinely learned from chat during Jad was fundamentally, like, I could not have learned those things on my own. Shout out again to Nathaniel, because he was the GOAT. I've never seen somebody be so helpful through text before. That was insane. But I'm looking forward to Zulrah in a way that, like, the only thing I've been more excited about was Jad. But now that I understand, like, I can kill Jad, like, I want to go camp Jad. I just know that there's no, I'm not doing that without way better gear. I do want the Jad pet. All right, let's pray for good luck. The luck was not good enough. I like the idea for Zulrah too, that, like, I'll probably make a boatload of money. And that's good, because right now I'm making like 2 mil an hour doing smithing. Why would I stop that? You know? There's a reason my bank is at like 340 mil. It did help yesterday when Caleb gave me 20 mil for finishing Jad when I said I was going to. I told him I was definitely getting that kill, and he was like, if you kill him on this kill, I'll give you 20 mil. And then I have noticed with billionaires in RuneScape that if somebody walks up to you with a scythe and tries to hand you a few mil, just take it, because they're not letting you say no. It's not, like, they have billions. Like, he gave me the money in platinum tokens. He's clearly got more money than he needs. He's got every bit of armor in the game. He doesn't care. He just wants to see people do well and stuff like that. So that was really cool of him. Shout out to him. I call him Cat in the game, but Caleb in the chat. But that was really cool. Really cool of him. And then also the people that came by when I was doing Jad and just handed me millions in darts and potions and, like, hey, try this potion, and then just hands me, you know, 500 mil worth of potions. Why aren't we attacking? That was really cool too. So chat has been awesome. You guys have been amazing. Streaming, like, I told myself I was just gonna do this for 100 days and not have any expectations. Just do this to have fun. And just in the first 100 days, you guys have been fantastic. Definitely shown me that this is what I want to do. And, ooh, knew it was going to happen. Run! There we go. But yeah, you guys have shown me that I definitely want to do this. So, if you're happy that I'm continuing to play RuneScape, you can thank yourself. You guys have been awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Zulrah. Zulrah's a good one. Zulrah's kind of like the new nostalgic thing for RuneScape, if that makes sense. Like, Zulrah is, I think, one of the go-to bosses. Man, I hate when I'm really close. Said no one ever. Yeah, Zulrah, I feel like, is the new, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Like, it's the new introduction. Like, whereas Barrows used to be, I guess, Zulrah's the introduction to the mid-game, is what I'm trying to say. Because I don't think Zulrah's endgame. Especially not now. But I also think the definitions of mid-game and early game and all that is just, no one can agree on that. I think you're out of early game when you have basically like the equipment I have, plus the Barrows gloves, you know, all of those quest required items. I think you're out of the early game. So I wouldn't say that I'm quite out of the early game. I think you're in the mid game once you have your fire cape, your Barrows gloves, decent set of armor, where you can, like, I can have the conversation in my head about going to kill Zulrah and not be scared. I think that's when you're out of the early game. Put the tomatoes in the chat. Put the tomatoes in the chat. I'm the most spooned man in the world, okay? The title of this video, the thumbnail of this video is gonna be the dragon spoon that I sent you, Judicator. This is insane. I'm the luckiest man in RuneScape. What's the KC right now? You should hate me, Vandergreg. You should hate me. 136 KC. We need one more piece. One more piece. Blue Moon Tassets. We are definitely getting this today. We are definitely getting this today. Because I'm not stopping until we get this last piece. Look, you just need to put the hearts above your head and you'll get everything you want. Put a little love in the world. 243 dry. That hurts. That hurts bad. I've only gotten one taste of being really dry, and I've said it before in chat. I'll say it because I don't know if you've heard it, but I had to do 2,544 kills to get the cow pad. And it's supposed to be 1 in 1,000. That's the driest I've ever gone for anything. Everything else, I swear to you, I've had the most streamer luck you could possibly imagine. Maybe that's why I've loved streaming so much. Because I've been getting freaking spooned the whole time. That is awesome. That is awesome. I don't know what I've said to RNGesus to deserve this luck, but here we are. I love this game. You're damn right. Oh man, it is like gambling. It is precisely like gambling. Let's be honest. The RNG is nuts. Let's get out of here before we get hit by a tornado. Said every Oklahoman ever. Oklahomian? How do you... Like, it's a Michigander, it's a Floridian. What is an Oklahoma person? An Oklahoman? That just sounds disrespectful. I hope that's not true. Oh, what a hit! Let's freaking go. And then I just hit zeros. Hit the man! I've already clicked on him, man. This is crazy. I can't believe I just got the blue. That was what, my second KC of the day? Was that my third? My loot streak feels like a 45-year-old widowed woman. Dude, that hurts my feelings for you to say that. That's crazy. All right, let's get the prayer going. This is great. That means that we do have the chance to finish up today, which means we might get our first Zulrah KC today. Might happen. We can stay ever hopeful. And then I'm definitely gonna have to AFK some wood cutting for Song of the Elves while I'm editing and doing shorts and stuff, which I'm gonna have to put out all the shorts for Moons now. Which I should have been doing the whole time, but back to back? Could you guys imagine? I'd lose some RuneScape friends right there. It would happen. I'd lose some friends. All right, well, look, that's a great start to the day. I'm loving that. All right, so even if we go by the numbers, even by 180 something, I should probably get it. What was it, 136 that I got it at? And then what's the total number of pieces? So on average, we get a piece every 11.3 runs. That's wild. It's supposed to be like 17. All right, let's get in here. Spec first. Spec weapon is definitely worth bringing. Even if it's like off damage type, Definitely worth it. You went straight in? Don't care about the consequences? Our early morning games of Frogger. So I did talk yesterday about switching up the stream schedule. And that is going to change from between noon and 5. I'm probably going to do 1 to 5. But then again, I was thinking noon would be cool because I'd get a little lunch crowd. That'd be cool. Ooh, that might have been our fastest kill in a while. So yeah, maybe noon to 4. I do think that I am ready now for 4-hour streams regularly, especially if I'm doing Zulrah or something like that for a little while. Let's see. Yep, Central Standard Time for sure. I'm also gonna, in the stream ending screen, I'm gonna put basically what my stream time will be for you globally. So I'll have the 3 major time zones in the US, and I'll probably have it listed as like LA, Chicago, Miami, that kind of thing. And then I'll probably have Greenwich on there for the people in Europe, because everyone in Europe knows their time relative to Greenwich. And then I'll probably do like Sydney. So if you're on that side of the world, you know that. So that'll help everybody globally know about what time I'm streaming. Vandergrack, I have talked about doing a 24-hour stream. I don't know what that would be, or what I would be interested in streaming for 24 hours straight. I do have an idea for a marathon stream, and a 24-hour stream, ironically, for a marathon stream would actually be pretty cool. So by that I mean I would literally do agility for 24 hours straight, and you guys could sign up, and I would follow your tracks on follow your stats on Wise Old Man, and then I would try to get sponsors to donate based on the number of laps that you guys complete. Probably do the first one something like, you know, Al-Qarid or something, so as many people as possible can join. But eventually I'd like to do a wilderness one and ask Oda to come out and protect everybody in the wilderness. Just bring a crew of people. It'd be good content for him, and I think it'd be good for the community. Nobody likes to train agility, so I kind of want to make that one thing fun. So, I don't know, I may do a 24-hour stream. That is a long stream. I'm not as young as I once was. But as the country lyrics say, I'm as young once as I ever was. No way the 000. It's alright, we'll finish him off here. What do you think, 24-hour Zulrah stream? Just do that? I think after a 24-hour Zulrah stream, I would have to, like... I'd have to sleep for 5 days. I'd have to sleep for a while. I would also need to, like, meal prep. I would die a lot. I would die so much on a 24-hour Zulrah stream. But I bet you... Assuming that I can make about 2 mil an hour at Zulrah. Let's see. We'll take some Adlato darts. We're going to be using those at Zulrah. Assuming that I make about 2 mil an hour on average, even including deaths and things like that, I think I could squeeze out 50 mil in a day, which would be crazy. That'd be crazy. The highest I've ever made in a day on RuneScape was 31 mil. And that was getting spooned here at Moons. And I did some KC at Barrows and got a Carol's chest plate, and I made 17 mil making Runite bars. So that was the most money I've ever made in RuneScape in a day. It was 30 mil. Yeah, that was a lot of money. That was a long day of RuneScape, though. That was a long day of RuneScape. I think I played like 16 hours that day. Because the stream went a little long, and then I was hanging out with some friends online afterwards, just running barrows and stuff like that, and that, yeah. I think it was 31 mil total. I have it written down somewhere. Okay, I clicked on him. Can you attack him? What is going on here? Oh, I think I had the wrong weapon on, and it didn't proc the spec. But yeah, I can't imagine what else I'd want to do a 24-hour stream on. I don't think I'd be that motivated to do a 24-hour stream unless it was for something other than like something like a charity stream or something like that. I also need to make sure I'm set up properly on Twitch. By the way, Judicator, thank you for letting me know that my category was incorrect on Twitch. I did fix that today. Had to do some research, but I figured out how to do it. Because I'm not running it directly through Twitch, I'm running it through Streamlabs. And I'll be honest, their support so far has been woeful. So I may be saving my $30 a month and using the internet connection. Please. Oh, let's go. I didn't want to have to go through another thing. But yeah, and then I need to get a few other things fixed up on Twitch, and then I would like to get music set up on Twitch. Can't do it on YouTube because there are content restrictions, but I can have music on Twitch, which I think would help with that. Could you imagine? All right. Oh, darn it. I brought the Adladdles with me. I got to remember to hit the bank button. Trying to think of something else. What would be a different 24-hour stream? Judicator's probably going to say a 24-hour quest grind. That would be funny. Even with Quest Helper, I guarantee we'd get some funny moments. Because I would tweak out on a quest at least once. Oh, man. Well, hey, look, the first time I did a quest stream was not fantastic. It was not a riveting experience. But last night was a little fun. It was not a lot of people in the chat. The people that were, we just got done running content together, so it was fun. But yeah, I think a 24-hour quest run would be horrific. We can do 24 hours of mining. You guys down? Can I interest you in a 24-hour mining stream? Please, no. No, God, no, please. No. Look, when I was going for the coal bag, mining wasn't so bad. Now that I need the gem bag, I don't want it as bad, you know? I don't need it as bad. I'm not nearly as motivated. That's it. I'm doing 24 hours of pest control. "24 hours of rune crafting." Actually, that would be really good for the account. I'd make so much money. That'd be terrible content. Terrible content. I think I'd lose subscribers. But that would be great for the account. I am going to work on crafting and construction soon. Especially if I'm doing Zulrah, I'll build up the bank. Yes, we got more swamp tar. Guardians of the Rift is pretty fun. I don't know that it would be good content. I think if it was a 24-hour stream and that was your expectation coming in, is just kind of seeing what I could do. But I also would need to finish some quests first. I need to finish the quest that lets you make law runes, because I'm at 54 now. But there'd be a few. Actually, how many more quests do I need? Okay, so 54 law runes. I'm pretty sure I need. Do I need one for death runes? Blood runes, soul runes, probably for sure. Ether and wrath runes, you probably need it. So there's probably 4 or 5 different quests I need to do for that. But Guardians of the Rift was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. I did get the Varrock top, the Easy Diary, which gives you the 10% chance or whatever of getting extra essence. And then I did not get good luck so far on the Law, Death, and Blood. Yep. I haven't had good luck yet on any drops from Guardians of the Rift. Oh, which I'm going to be doing anyway, so that's perfect. Hitting the 000 does make you wonder what's going on in the world, you know? Made up for it afterwards. Got some pretty decent hits. So after Song of the Elves, I'll probably need 2 more quests. And then Guardians of the Rift wouldn't be a bad idea. I wouldn't mind doing some long quest grinds on Saturdays, because that'll be like my end of the week. And I think that would be cool. Do some good fun quest grinds. Or do long streams, sorry. Do some long streams at the end of the week. Could be cool. Why are we not attacking? Why do I suddenly just stop attacking? Is there something that goes on in the... Am I getting stopped by the cold or something? My attack is 83. Hey, listen. Don't you haze me. It's not 83. It's 84. All right, let's hope and pray for Haralander or Terramin or whatever that was. All right. I think I am. Make sure I'm doing that on both. Yeah, I am on both. I did some attack levels the other day at Crab while I was editing, just because I was like 100k away from an attack level, and then I forgot to change it, so then I accidentally went up to 84, and then I was like 50k from a defense level, because I was doing the split leveling with the whip when I was killing Blood Moon, so was close to some levels. Decided to finish him off. Why is this happening? Why am I not better at the video game? Yeah, since I had the opportunity to get some easy levels, I thought it'd be silly not to get them. But I need to get one more agility level for Song of the Elves, but I think I'm going to go straight to 71, because on the early levels of Zulrah, if I have 71 and Summer Pie, I can use the Fair Ring to get there. And then once I start doing 2 to 3 kill trips, which might be a while, then I can... sorry, my brain is not working today. I'm just going to be completely real with you guys. Once I start getting the teleports built up, then I can not worry about the agility as much. But really, you need 76 to get across it, but I'm not going to 76 agility right now. I'm just going to be real with you guys. It ain't happening. There are far more important things that I could be doing with my time on the account right now. My agility level's fine. All right, let's get our final collection log and get out of here. A man can hope and pray. All right. Another one. What KC was that? 143. Yeah, I think, I know this may sound crazy, and you can make your own decision, because obviously I've never played an iron, so I don't know the struggle, but I think for all the stuff that you get out of this, even once you green log the other sets, it might be worth it to continue to kill all the bosses. Because the amount of resources you get from this place is insane. Insane. And I definitely think it's worth it to continue. If I needed the money or needed the resources, I would do it, but I just need to... I just want to green log it to green log it. No other reason. What do you think? We camp Zulrah until we green log it? Thoughts? The stream until we green log Zulrah. Don't log off. 1 year later. Dude, you're not wrong. You are not wrong in the slightest. I think green logging without the pet, I don't think would be so bad, because I'm pretty sure that all of the major money-making ones are like 1 in 5 something, 1 in 512, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it would not be conducive to a good mental health. Mutagens are more rare than the pet. I think you're right, because I'm pretty sure the pet's like 1 in 4,000 and the mutagens are like 1 in 6. Come on. Oh, I thought I was going to have to go into that final phase with 6 health on the enemy. And then I was going to scroll in and out aggressively. That's all I can do. Yeah, I was chatting with Bucky a lot yesterday in chat about kind of future of the channel and what stream's going to look like and stuff like that. And I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Blessed bone shards, not mad about that. I do think I might go process all of the bone shards and everything else that I've gotten from this. Just because I've never done it. I've never done any of the blessed bone shards. And I know that that's a pretty decent way of getting XP on an iron, which I will eventually do one day. So I'm just trying to build up the knowledge bank. You know, I gotta know things. $600 XP per 100. Noted. Yeah, from what I've looked up, it does give a a lot of XP. Definitely worth the time. I'll probably do that before I spend the money to get to 90 prayer. Which, I'll be honest, that's probably going to be soon. Price the last time I looked at it was 19 mil. But if I can get that down to 18 or something, save a few mil by using up the stuff I already have in the bank, that'd be cool. And I think from 90, I'm just going to leave it there. The price for 90 to 99 is like another 70 mil. And I'm not going to gain enough off of prayer pots or anything like that to even remotely justify spending that much money. So finish him. Alright, come on, but like actually finish him. He has 2 health. He has 1 health. I have 1 health. What am I doing? What am I doing? We're just... Guys, how did I get away with that? How did I get away with any of that? How was I not struck by enough tornadoes to make people in Oklahoma scared of me? For those who aren't Americans, Oklahoma is the most tornado-stricken state in the United States. Oh, that's already... Wait. I'm so confused. Are you guys confused? I'm confused. I've confused myself. I am Confucian. Alright, we'll probably go grab a few potions after they're stuck up on some wizards. Where's our KC at now? Oh, we won't know until after we go through here. Final collection log. We're out of here. We're killing Zulrah. I just have to remain hopeful. I know I don't deserve it. I know. I know. That was KC 145. You think we get it by 150? I feel like sometimes I say these things because, like, I am hopeful, but also when it happens, it's crazy. You've lost all hope at Moons. Why am I getting your chat faster on my video? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what the F is going on in my software over here. Adjudicator, you should be bitter about my Moon's luck. I'm bitter at myself. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. I have not earned this. This is not fair. But I'm going to pay for it. I promise you that. I will pay for this. There will be, you know, 10,000 KC at Zulrah before I get a freaking serpentine visage, you know, which is like 1 in 500. I will have one of those moments, and I know it. So I'm going to take it while I have it, and remember this when things aren't going well. So, speaking of being bitter, I have a friend who recently won a house. Like a whole house. Okay? And he has worked his butt off his entire life, so he is already in a good position financially. And out of our entire friend group, he's just not the guy that needs a free house. You know what I mean? Like, there's other people that I know that could have definitely benefited from a free house, right? But he's been very gracious about it. you know, as gracious as he can be, because, you know, he's just too smart for his own good. But he's been very gracious about it. Oh, if I go into another final thing with 1 health left on the boss, man. If I walk into another tornado like a big dumb idiot head. Oh. Well, let's find out what I'm gonna do, because I just did it. Anyway, he won a house. And I'm not gonna lie. I've got terrible luck. And I'm not the kind of man that would ever win a house. And so, I was a little bitter when it first happened. And then I had to think to myself, he really is the right person to be winning a house. Very responsible guy. He does do responsible things with his money. He's good for the economy, if that makes sense. And I know it's like a weird thing to say, but like, I don't know. Like when we were in architecture school together, he's the only person I knew that worked harder than me. So despite his opportunities, he doesn't let that get to him. So I know he will use this opportunity to do better things in the world. And I genuinely trust that. So I literally had to just like have a moment with myself. And I literally told him, I'm bitter about it. I'm jealous as hell. But I feel like if I say that to you, and then I'm honest about how I feel, and then I just let it go because that's the healthy thing to do, and you don't not deserve it, it just made me feel a lot better. So I don't know why I felt that was important to say, but I definitely know what it's like to be on the side of bitterness. But yeah. This is a game, so we can just have fun with this, but that's real life, man. He won a freaking house. How do you win a whole house? A whole house. Shut up, cuz. Paying property taxes is the cheapest. COL, cost of living. Yeah. Oh, no, me not go in there. I want to go over here and pick up some stuff. I'm a parasite. Nom nom. I'm a parasite. Have you guys seen the meme? It's like a little like rendering of like a dust mite, and the caption at the bottom just says laughs microscopically. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But I also need to switch up the way that I do. So when I stream this screen, it is only this application. So I can't like accidentally show my my other screens. So if I'm like logged into something, I can't accidentally show a password. And since I'm relatively new at streaming and I don't know what I don't know, I don't want to accidentally give out information or something like that that I don't need to be giving out. So I'm very conscious about that. But I do need to have another way of pulling things up on the screen, like a picture of a parasite, because I think sometimes that's pretty funny. So we'll put that down in the notes of something that I need to do. All right, we're gonna go cook precisely one of these. And let's move these down here. So there's no confusion. The brazier phase, let's get in there. I'm just gonna top off prayer since I'm already here. We're gonna do the triple spec. Maybe not. Maybe we're gonna wait. What a spec. What a second spec. What a third spec. All right, who wants to come in here and spec transfer to me so I can do it again? Can you spec transfer in Moons? I don't even remember what that takes. I think, isn't that a spell? Wow, we are cooking this guy. Oh, we're gonna get him in the second thing. This is gonna be awesome. It's cool too that my stats keep going up, so all the KC keeps getting faster and faster. And it's slight. And you know, I've upgraded gear and all that. Got my fire cape. Tends to build up pretty quick. All right, last hit. Come on. Why are we not hitting? I just clicked on you so many times. I do think something's got to be happening there where I'm not. All right. Yeah, adjudicated. That's fine, dude. If you come back and you see me at Zulrah, you already know what happened. Roddy, I am not an Iron Man. I am a main. I'm going to do a main first. I just came back to RuneScape after not playing for 20 years. So I wanted to have the main experience. So I am kind of playing a little bit Iron main. On certain things, just trying to greenlog things, but I'm not an Iron. I've purchased most of what I have on. I did get the dual Maquahitos. Obviously, I earned my fire cape. And everything else I bought. So, but yeah, trying to go through, get as many stats as possible. And then in about a year, when I am done maxing out the main, it'll probably be more like a year and a half. I am going to do a group Ironman, and I'd like to have a few other content creators do that with me. So I'm going to do a lot of content over the next year where I play with other people that are also on main accounts, and then hopefully I can talk a few of them into doing group Ironman with me. So that's the plan. So nope, I am not an Ironman, not yet, but stick around and eventually I will be. Master Clue Greenlog? Isn't that like low-key impossible? Or is it like the elite clues or whatever? I was watching an Ingus thing. It was talking about getting like the third age pieces and how like it would take even like the fastest possible way in the game. It would take like 75 years for one person on rate to get all of the jobs. I don't know if that's true, but it'd be hilarious if it was. I'm also not, I don't do a ton of clues right now. I know, like, I don't have a ton of the stuff unlocked to do clues. I probably should keep doing the easy clues, but they don't seem like they're worth it to me. When I can just be doing smithing, making 2 mil an hour, why would I do the easy clues? So, we will see. Maybe I will, maybe I'll get at it at some point. Nice specs to start. I do think sometime next week I'll probably do another Huey day. I already have the Dragon Wand, but it'd be nice to get one. Plus, I think that's a pretty fun thing to do with subscribers. I also was thinking about doing let's just go and stay off. Doing like a subscriber Saturday, so trying to do content on Saturdays that I do with subscribers. So Huey, for example, or other bosses and stuff like that. So if there are things that you would like to do, drop it in the chat. Let me know what your ideas are, and then I'll probably cut this into a short just to put it out for more people to have a vote on it. That'd be cool. Why am I getting wrecked? I mean, we're also doing the wrecking. The last time I did a clue, I lost one of my pets, so I don't like it. All right, I do think that my software Streamlabs is finally actually showing me the correct number of people watching, so that's cool. All right, let's hope and pray. Hope and pray that it's all over. Hope and pray for some clay. That's all we're getting. That is kind of a, I don't know if this was done on purpose, but it is cool how the drop to satisfaction, like loot and drop and all that to satisfaction and everything works as you go through this. So at first you're killing all the bosses. It's really tough, but you're usually going to be getting a lot of drops, like 1 in every 15 or 19 or something like that. And then once you're down to the last boss, you're getting like no loot at all because you're only killing one boss. But then getting that collection log piece feels amazing. So it's a longer dry spell, but then you're one big step closer to the end. So I feel like this is probably one of the most balanced pieces of content that Jagex has ever made. And I don't even think that a lot of the things that have the balance, I don't even think they did on purpose. I think it was just them coming up with balanced numbers with, you know, fair, balanced content. Moons is, there's a lot I haven't gone through in the game. Moons is the best content I've done so far. It's amazing, and I absolutely love it. Hit the man. Now I'm only gonna get one hit in. I'm gonna be upset about it. I'm gonna cry a little bit, you know? Am I getting hit by that? I'm not. That's crazy. All right, what KC do you guys think I'm gonna get the final piece on? We should say 150 just to make Judicator mad. I know he's been AFK for a while, but I hope he heard me. For those who don't know in the chat, Judicator was my first subscriber. He actually subscribed before my first video came out. He's been a mentor ever since. Always keep some friends around that know more than you. It will enrich your life. No votes on when I'm gonna get it. All right, I'm just gonna call it. It's gonna be on 151. What KC was that? 149. All right, I'm getting it. Two from now. I'm getting it. All right. This is gonna be fun today. This is kind of pretty chill at this point because it's only one boss. And the whole time I'm just distracted by the fact that I'm going to be killing Zulrah later. I am going to stream until about 5 p.m. my time. So about a little over 4.5 hours. Can I show you a full moon run? I don't see why not. Yeah. I would have to hop out of here and go get gear. I also haven't fought Blood Moon in a minute. You might see me embarrass myself. $184 wheel? That's when you think I'm getting it? That'd be fair. I mean, not fair. That would still be 184 for the full green log would be insane. That would be the definition of spoonage. The 57 spec feels good. Let's go. Easy kill. All right, I'm gonna do a full run for you, Roddy, but I'm gonna do it with the boppers. I'm not even gonna change weapons, which means I will be a little inefficient on certain ones, but let's not worry about it. Maple seeds. Let's freaking go. I do have a stack of maple seeds in the bank and yew seeds. It's all from this. All right, so we will do a full run. I'm gonna go ahead and just cook the food that I do have. And then we'll hop in there. So usually when I do a full run, I'll do it like this where I get my loot and I come out here and I'm right at Eclipse. And I'll go into Eclipse. Eclipse, you should use a stab weapon. So you green logged at 180. I love that you're trying to pass that blessing on to me. I love that. All right. We're going to go in here. You just want a stab weapon. This is the easiest part. This is where you're going to do most of your damage. Just point your guy in that direction. I probably should turn my prayer on so I'm doing more damage. Alright. Then go over here. You want to use a stab weapon. I used my Fang. The Osmunten's Fang. Alright, I don't know. Look, we're just going to switch to the boppers. I think they'll literally do more damage. Maybe not. We'll see. So each one of them has 3 phases. This one's gonna bop me over here. I usually click here on this inside angle, right after the thing passes you up. And then click on that one. Try not to get hit the second time. So here, once it gets to about there, in line with you. And then straight to the second one. A little fast on that, but I got lucky. Get around the corner. Some advice that was given to me that I'll also pass on to you if you're looking for kind of kill advice is try to, what was I just gonna say? I completely lost track of my thing because I was trying to, try to like basically memorize the 3 phases and how they land together, and don't rush. Just be chill about it. Find those just minimal clicks. You saw there that entire phase took me 8 clicks. Alright, just point in this direction. If you're just starting out, click all the way on the circle under them. I don't like moving my mouse that much. I'm a little lazy. I started this with like base 80 stats. And I very rarely would go more than 3 phases. Okay. We'll go ahead and use a spec to try to get out of here a little quicker. Blood Moon's gonna be the hard one, but there's actually an achievement, which I've already gotten, but there's an achievement for killing one of these bosses with their own weapon. There we go. One more? Oh, if you leave him with 1 health, I'm tweaking out. Alright. Yeah, definitely a little spoon action for me. Alright, if you're gonna reload up on anything, do it while you're here. Because this is the main hunter area. I have a pretty decent hunter level, so I use this area. If you have better fishing than hunter, you'll want to reload before you go into Eclipse. Blue Moon you've already seen, but that's the next one in line, so we'll just go ahead and do it. Hop in there. I like to go in during the Brazier phase because you can't take damage, and he sometimes will lose 40 to 50 health there. I'm going to top off health just to be safe. You'll hear a noise when the round is going to start. Right there. And I just put my prayer on. Get us back in. Boppers are the best against Blood Moon, so as soon as you get them, start using them. The Maquahitos. Plus hitting 50s feels fantastic. Well, get on the thing, man. You know where you're supposed to be standing. Go to this phase. Immediately click on the one that's lit up. You'll get one hit in. Step off. You'll usually get your second hit in. Or you have to step off the second time. And then just keep going. And usually in for one last one. If you're facing north, which I always try to face north, this spot right here is always safe. So just wait there. I hover over prayer on. Start schwacking. And then I should finish it during this phase. Yep. The hard one is Blood Moon. We're about to do that one. Blood Moon is the hardest because he'll just leech your freaking health. So I'm gonna make a cup of tea. I'll go ahead and top off on some food, just in case. And then I'll usually top my prayer off before I get in there. Roddy, if you have any questions, I don't know if you had questions or if you just haven't seen a full run in a while. So if there's any questions you have, go ahead and pop them in there. I'll try to answer them. All right, I haven't done this one in a while. This is gonna be fun. I usually will try to go in when the animal phase is done. Or at the end of the poison phase, when there's the poison storm. I call it the floor is lava because it's funny. All right, so the end of this one. So this is that rain phase. And actually, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and hop in there. We're gonna have a little fun. Let's run around. I immediately got hit. That was hilarious. It's good to try to hit, move up one, hit, move up one, hit a whole bunch of zeros. Fantastic. Immediately hit that guy. When this is full and it drops down in the center, right there is when you want to click. I'm gonna click right back on the Jaguar. I was a little late there, I might get hit. Nope, I got lucky. You will heal based on what you get hit here, and you will heal him based on what you get hit. So try not to get hit and try to do as much damage as possible. And you'll always have to go to the same spot every time. So I have them marked. I know after the animal phase it's this one, and because that one's unmarked, I know that's after my poison phase. Oh, then get out of here. I got him healed a little bit, that's fine. Realize my volume was giving you guys a little feedback, so I'm gonna lower it. I am absolutely spooning him some freaking health right now. Alright, I turn prayer off during this phase. No point in having it on. Just stay moving. It's always gonna try to spawn the poison where you are. Yeah, gave him some free stuff there. Tried to use a spec there. Got a little distracted. You can step under him. I'm just really bad at doing it. Mighty released a short on how to do it. I'd recommend watching that. Mightie, if you want to look it up. All right, find the lit up one, hit it right away. Might have been a little late there. Nope. Got lucky. Let's go. I'm remembering more than I thought. It's like riding a bicycle. He would already be dead if I was using the right weapons. Oh, I should probably move before I get hit. Alright, we should be able to kill him on this phase if we get lucky and don't get a whole bunch of health taken. Man, I'm getting messed up. Yeah, we're gonna have to go through another phase. Wonder if I'd do any better. He is weak to slash. So it is good to try to... Man, I'm whiffing. He does get healed based on what you lose here. I got unlucky on that one. Good hits there. This is where, at the end of the fight, he heals for 1 times what he pulls his first time, I think 3 times what he pulls the second time, and 5 times. I might be wrong on the numbers, but he pulls... Each time that he hits you, he pulls more health from you. Yeah, we're gonna have to go through this next phase again, but we got lucky right there. I'm gonna go ahead and eat up. I usually would heal about half of my health through this, but I don't want him to take the risk of dying. This has been a terrible run. With a whip and a claw spec, you typically would be done in 3 phases. Alright. No mistakes we get him this time. Just kidding. He's healing up more than we're hitting him for. 1 more hit? No, we hit a 10. Let's go. Alright, and then you go get your freaking loot. So as you can tell, I could go through 15 kills with just Blood Moon. Or Blue Moon, sorry. If you have to add Blood Moon to that, especially when you have the wrong weapon, or if you're lower skill level, or something like that, it can be pretty tough. Alright, full kill. Maybe we get the last loot piece? No, but we get 3 more U-Seeds, which is dope. Some more water orbs. I'll be using those Adlatl darts at Zulrah soon, so that'll be cool. What KC was that? 151. Alright, so I lied. I didn't get it at 151. Sue me. Alright, but that wasn't a bad full run. I think it's fun every once in a while just to do a full run. I do miss it. I miss it. But I don't miss spending all that time doing it. I'd rather just rush through and get my KC done. That would have been hilarious if I got a duplicate piece the one time I ran a full one. Alright. We'll just run in. Even if we get 1 hit before a phase, it'll be worth it. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Literally did not even get a hit in. Grape. You can't get dupes. You can get dupes on the ones you've already completed. So if I was still running full ones, I could get dupe Blood Moon pieces, for example. Or I could get dupe of the Adlatl set. But you can't get dupes of any set you have not completed. Which is actually a good way to make money. If you want a green log and make some money at Moons, keep doing all 3. You will make money. You get a duplicate Blood Moon leg piece. You're having a great day. Especially if you're a main. If you're an iron, I really do think for irons you should I am not an Iron Man. I need to change up the background color. DZ, I am not an iron. I explained earlier, I'm doing a main. I just came back after 20 years of not playing. I'm totally getting hit here. Yep. Came back after 20 years of not playing. Wanted to play through a whole main. And then in about a year and a half, when I max this account out, I do want to do a group Iron Man, probably with other content creators. I have this vision of having like some kind of third party, like somebody who has like a history in television broadcasting, and we could have, you know, if I get somebody from different parts of the world, so you know, if I have myself here, get somebody in Europe, get somebody in Australia, um, basically we could have somebody on the channel 24 hours a day if we have a 5-man group Iron Man, and then just have it running as basically a 24-hour TV show. I think it'd be fun, be great for all of us. Is the Moon's range gear better for Barrows than for an Iron Man? Not even sure anymore if they added so much to the game. The Adlatl is ridiculous. The Adlatl is so good that it's one of the best in slot weapons for me to go kill Zulrah. So I'm going to be using the halberd, the Noxious halberd, but it's still worth it for me to take the Adlatl darts with me because it scales based off your strength level, which means that you also don't need range potions, which are hard to make as an Iron Man. So if you can just make strength or super strength potions, those are much easier to make. So as an Iron Man, I would say that the Adlatl set is, you know, and this is just all secondhand stuff. I have run a few bosses and stuff with Mighty, who's a hardcore Iron Man, and this was his explanation for it as well. Like you definitely, I would get all 3 sets. The Blue Moon set is comparable to Aram's. The Blood Moon set is literally one of the best in the game. And like it's better than the Barrow sets for sure. But what I would do is if you're an Iron, I would start out with Barrows, get enough Barrows gear. If you have 1 Barrows piece in each slot, you can do Moons. And then Greenlog Moons, and you can start going into a lot of mid-game content, even with just those pieces. So yeah, I would say that the Adlatl set is 100% worth it. What world am I on? Let's see. Let's not die doing it. 444. I'm on the forestry world. Where were you guys yesterday when I needed you for Huey? Hit him. Why does that happen? I still don't understand why that happens. Like I clicked on him, we're hitting him. I haven't clicked anything else. Why did you stop attacking him? Why does that happen? Does he freeze me or something? Because he does that? There is a chat line that says that you've been frozen or whatever. Moon's armor does, I believe it's based on the spec. Don't take my word for it, but I've noticed that when you check it, it only goes down in number when you've used the spec. So I think if you don't spec, you just don't need to fix it. I could be dead wrong, and I don't know. I'm not too worried about it because I know I can afford it. He doesn't freeze. I don't know what's going on then. Sometimes I just stop attacking. I don't know. It's got to be something I'm clicking on. Some order of my clicks. I'll go back and look at the footage and see. But something's going on. I very often will not get a hit in because I just don't hit. You're on the quest. I got my first piece. I got the Blue Moon Tassets at the end of the quest. So good luck to you. I would say I need better luck because I just got clay, but... Yeah, I am just doing Blue Moon. We've got every single other piece of the collection log. I only need the Blue Moon Tassets. By the way, I lied. I got the Eclipse Moon Tassets, not the Blue Moon Tassets. Eclipse Moon was the first piece. It was like 2 mil. I got the full Blood Moon set by 75 KC, and now we're just finishing up at Blue Moon. If you rewind a little bit in the stream, though, I just did do a full set of all 3 for Roddy. It was just with the boppers, but it does show an explanation if you need kind of a walkthrough of how to do it. Probably go back like 2 or 3 kills. Go back until you see Blood Moon, and then go back a little more, because he's the last one I kill. You need the boppers on KC1? Yeah, don't we all? Look, I hope it for you. If you get the boppers at the end of the quest, bro, good for you. Go do well with it, my friend. Go forth and prosper. Yeah, before boppers, you know, I don't know what all you want to do or risk as an iron, but I know a lot of guys will go get the zombie axe first to have a good crush weapon to run moons. Mighty got his at 5 KC, so you're probably not getting that. He got absolutely spooned. And then I would probably do what Mighty did. Green log moons, and then go do Titans. Get yourself the Twin Flame Staff. At that point, you've got good gear in every slot. It's kind of hard to not be ready for a lot of content after that. Also, don't be afraid to chill at the lower level bosses for a while. Kill Brutus. Get yourself a bottomless bucket. Bottomless milk bucket. Everyone that you alch is another 9k. It was 27k when it first dropped. So you'll make a bunch of money. You'll get a ton of seeds. I know they're only like potato seeds and acorns, but you'll get some seeds for tree runs and stuff, which will get your farming up, which you need for herb runs. So that's worth it. You get a bunch of iron gear. I left all of that on the ground. And if you green log the bull, you should end up in like mid 40s for prayer. So that's good. Water orbs. Not mad. I am trying to save up some crafting XP. Yeah, and then Scurious is good too. Scurious gives you really good weapons. And then, so to give you perspective, the mace that you get from Scurious was getting the same DPS output as my Asmunten's Fang against Scurious at the same at 80 strength and 82 attack. So that's a really good weapon. And you get, if I'm not mistaken, Scurious is double XP, just like Brutus. So Scurious is a really good thing to camp because you'll get your levels up really fast. And you get a weapon that is kind of best in slot. And then I would just go until you get all three. You get decent stuff from that too. I don't think it's as good as a lot of the other bosses, but in terms of experience. And Scurious is really important because if you can master Scurious, that means you can do Jad. Because I would not have been able to do Jad without Scurious. Learning how to swap your prayers and stuff like that is extremely important. Get your F keys set up. This is F1 for me, F2, F3, and F4. But yeah, get your F keys set up. Get used to messing up some bosses. And you'll scale pretty quickly. Yeah, Jad was easier than I thought. I got it on my 6th kill. I'm gonna be honest with you though, it was only easy because of the people I had in chat. But get the plugin. The plugin's ridiculous. It's OP. And then go watch a few videos. Learn how Jad works. Definitely go to the speedrunning worlds. Set yourself up as if you're starting Desert Treasure 2. Use the games teleport to go over to the fight pit area, and then you can actually fight Jad, just Jad, and get a feel for how to do the prayer swaps. If you can get the prayer swaps down, and you watch one video on how to kite the enemies in the waves before and understand how they move, because you're getting spooned the information because you're getting it from the plugin. But if you can do that, I think a level 70 could beat Jad. It would just take longer, but you'd have to do more prayer swaps. But yeah, I think you could kill Jad with the Atlatl and a crossbow. It'd be tough, but you could do it. Some more herbs. All right, who said it was going to be 184? Was that you, Vandergreg? Let's go back and look. No, it was Wheel. Wheel 808. Is that a music reference? The 808s, the drums? I do like seeing Irons come into the chat. I learn a lot from you guys, honestly. I learn more from you than you learn from me, I promise you. Also, if you're going to greenlog this, and you're going to do it efficiently like I did, you will end up only killing one boss at the end. And for your sake, I hope it's not Blood Moon, because he's the hardest one to kill, pretty much no matter what. Also, if you can get you some Burning Claws, worth every penny. It's a slash and a stab weapon. It's the only weapon in the game that you can spec. You can change the spec damage type. So like Dragon Claws, you can't change it. It just is slash. But you can make it a stab spec weapon. So very versatile. I think they're 6 mil. So if you're a main, they're easy. Gonna be honest with you, don't even know what drops them. This is why you gotta do an iron. Learn more about the game. I also left my prayer on that whole time. It's cool though, I need to go loot up after this one. We should kill him on this run. This phase, I should say. Let's go get our loot. 156. I do imagine we're probably going to get it somewhere in the 180s. I would be surprised if we went over 200 just based on the pace we have so far. I would be surprised, but I would not be sad because we have been just fundamentally spooned since the beginning of this. So I'm not mad if we go over, but I would be surprised. I'm going to miss moons when I'm done. I'm excited for the Blood Moon Rises quest line, though. The vampires are going to be cool, I think. I'm trying to get my wood cutting up for Song of the Elves, but I might go past 70, because I think they said that like 75 is going to be, or mid-70s will be the wood cutting level you need for the new trees. So I'm going to try to get it up there a little bit. Definitely going to have to loot up after this one. Also, this is important for Blood Moon more than any of the others, but if you're going to use a spec weapon, I would have spec weapon on, special attack already clicked, and be ready to put your prayer on when you get in. Saving those extra 1 or 2 ticks when you get in might let you get an extra spec off, and then you kill him faster. And literally just the less time you can spend in there, the better. With the Burning Claws, you can get 3 specs off before you have to move if you get into that first slot instantly. Which will burn 90 spec energy. And if you're lucky, at my level, it takes like a quarter of his health. See, like, how did I not get hit? When I do get hit, I cannot complain because I walk through fire sometimes. Ooh, are we making it through? We did, let's go. I think I'm getting hit by this one though. No, I'm not. Around the world, around the world. if we get some good hits in, we can finish him on this. Wouldn't have to do another phase. Yeah, we'll definitely get him. Let's go. Alright, we'll go loot up after this one. Go do a little prep. Have any of you guys done a lot of hunter rumors? I'm probably going to grind that a little bit soon. I mean, obviously the quest grind is going to be first because I need to unlock Song of the Elves and all that other stuff. Song of the Elves, Desert Treasure. But in the future, I do want to do a long grind of that. Super compost? Thanks! Alright, I'm going to go ahead and top off. And let's go loot up. Dime, thanks by the way for coming over from Twitch. Apparently I have been in the wrong category on Twitch since I've been streaming, and then I've been wondering why I haven't had a lot of Twitch views. So, thanks for coming by. Tell your friends. Definitely sub to the channel over there, or whatever it's called. I'm brand new to streaming, period. I'm definitely not well versed with what goes on in Twitch. I need to do like a full rundown of Twitch. I might actually reach out to a few other content creators I know and ask them to just give me the lowdown. I'll DoorDash them some pizza and beer, because that's how you pay your friends. Pizza and beer, in case you didn't know. You need to move, they have to show up. They're your friends. But you also have to give them all the pizza and beer they want. I don't know, maybe it's different for ladies. Maybe you get your girls a spa day. For men, pizza and beer. I definitely could find all the information I need on the internet, but I'm more of an in-person learner. Like, just tell me face to face. It's probably why I have an architecture degree and not an engineering degree. All right. You heard it right there in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Vandergrek agrees. You can't go wrong with pizza and beer. You cannot go wrong. I don't even drink anymore. I haven't drank in almost 5 years. I would still buy the boys some pizza and beer. I probably should have gotten some run energy going. Oh, not the 000. I don't know why, but pizza my whole life, it's never changed. It's always been my favorite food. I went through a phase in my early 30s where I was having like a lot of stomach issues. And I found out why since and got that all sorted out. But I definitely, even when I was having stomach issues, I still ate pizza like a fiend. It was not healthy. But I love pizza. Who else eats cold pizza? Do you guys put your pizza in the refrigerator and then the day after you just wake up and eat a slice of cold pizza in the morning? I grew up doing that. My sister also does it because we both grew up in the house. We had an Italian stepmom. And I don't know if that's an Italian thing or if it's just her family that did it, but we grew up eating cold pizza in the morning. Like on purpose. We'd order a second pizza just to have cold pizza the next day. You got macros. And then Domino's. Dude, Domino's did fall off hard. I got lucky. Domino's was in their prime when I was in college. I got so lucky. Domino's was 100% in their prime when I was in college. And I love that. So the reason I bring this up, Vandergrek, is my roommate does not like cold pizza. I got some pizza maybe a week or two ago, and and I brought some home, and he put his in the air fryer. I just took a piece out of the fridge and shoved it right in my mouth, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And at first, you know, he's Venezuelan, so I thought maybe that was just a South American thing. You just gotta heat your food up before you eat it, kind of thing. But then I started asking around, and then my brother-in-law, he also was like, "Your sister's weird because she eats cold pizza," and I was like, "Bro, like, why is everybody saying this?" You have a friend that works at Domino's? She told you they cut the toppings by 25%. Got a 6 topping and there was an entire square inches of nothing. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Lord, the cap is 140 or 160 characters, about the size of a tweet. It's just difficult to read a ton of like a really long chat if I'm in a boss, so I set that limit. But I'm with you there. So in early college, I had a roommate that worked at Papa John's, and I was never a really big Papa John's fan because they were always more expensive, and I felt like for no reason. But when he's a manager and he's bringing home a free pizza every night, and then every day, since you like cold pizza, you're snagging a slice of pizza on the way to class, that I fell back in love with pizza. And so I do like Papa John's. I feel like their quality has stayed relatively the same. As far as I can tell, they're a pretty decent company. But if you didn't like Papa John's years ago, you're not going to like it now because they haven't really changed. But I like their garlic crust. I like that they give you the pepperoncinis and stuff in the pizza. The little yellow peppers. Why is this happening? I clicked on that. Why didn't we switch? Why haven't we spec'd? What's going on today? I also was disconnecting earlier while doing agility. Maybe there are some connectivity issues today with that. I have pretty dope internet. I can't imagine that it's me, but I guess we'll see. I'll give it the old reset later. But yeah, I have noticed that Domino's has taken a bit of a dive lately in terms of quality, which hurts. It hurts because they were so good for a long time. But that's just kind of the corporate thing. They'll do really well. They'll put in a ton of money into marketing and stuff like that. And then once they reach the top, then they stop putting in as much. And they kind of, you know, will milk the fruits of their marketing labors. And I don't really like that. I think it's kind of silly. Marco's? Where's Marco's at? I'm in Louisiana, so the local spot is Johnny's, which I think it's pretty decent. They have square slices. In Detroit, where I most recently lived, that's Jets Pizza. They have like Detroit style, which is like Chicago style, kind of a little bit. I know a bunch of Detroit people want to have my head for saying that, but calm down, it's just pizza. All right, some more ladle darts. We'll take those. Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky. I grew up in Ohio. I'd never heard of it. Is it more recent? I grew up there in like before 2007 is when I joined the military. There's one in Michigan. I don't even know the name of it. Starts with an M. It's like an old-fashioned Italian place, but they sell pizzas by the full sheet. So I don't know if you guys know this, but a baking sheet that you have in your oven is actually a quarter sheet. It's not a full baking sheet that they use like in a baking place. And so they do pizzas that are a full baking sheet. So imagine 4 of your 9 by 13 sheets that you have. That's how big the pizza is. And I loved it. That pizza was like an inch thick. It was awesome. For the love of me. And like, I know exactly where it is. I could drive to it right now. Can't tell you what it's called. Lord, if you don't mind sharing, where are you from? You think it's recent? Never heard of it until a few months ago. I will find myself in Ohio soon. My best friend, one of my best friends, he's more of a brother. I joke with him that he's not my best friend because he's my brother. We served in the military together. He is getting stationed in Ohio. Wait, does that thing still have health? No, it doesn't. That was weird. Why did it still have a health bar? So I may try to find it. You're west side of Ohio? I grew up in Youngstown. Which is kind of directly between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. It's right on the east side of the state. About an hour from each. Oh, going into the final phase with 5 health left means I should have paid better attention. That's what that means. Can I sneak through? Let's go. You've been there playing Pokemon Go? To Youngstown, you mean? That's funny. I know so many people that have gone to places they otherwise would have never gone to if not for playing Pokemon Go. My brother's a good example of that. He used to go out with his girlfriend in the middle of the night on their little longboards and go around all the weird parts of, you know, where we lived in Michigan. He's the longboarding type. I am not. He's an athlete, has good balance. Only reason I'd balance on a motorcycle is because it's controlled with my right hand. All right, is this the one? It is not. You went to Go Fest? What's Go Fest? Oh, it was the Pokemon Go Fest. That's actually cool. That's pretty dope. I do like what Pokemon Go. I never got into it. The only experience I've had with Pokemon, I never even collected the cards when I was a kid. But I would draw them all the time. I loved drawing when I was a kid, hence the degree in architecture. So I didn't get into Pokemon Go either, because at that point in my life, I was doing like mortgage underwriting and real estate investing, and those are very time-intensive things. And so I didn't get into doing the Pokemon Go stuff. But I think Pokemon Go was probably one of the healthiest games that has come out in a long time. Like the fact that it gets you up out of your house and then makes you go touch grass is awesome. So shout out to whoever developed the game. I think that's pretty cool. All right, get these tornadoes out of here. I'm trying to smack a moon. Ooh, big max hit. Love that. $500 people burst out of nowhere. That is hilarious. Snorlax out of nowhere. You just got people coming out of the woodwork. It's like a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, that's awesome. That's why I think Pokemon Go was such a good game. It was a social phenomenon. I feel like I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, the friend that won the house actually, about what constitutes the greatest games of all time. And we talked about the social aspect. You know, where even if it wasn't the best gameplay or something, because the reason that Borderlands would be on the list as one of the best games is it didn't really do anything special in terms of gameplay or anything. It had a unique art style, but that's not enough to make it one of the greatest games of all time. But I think the thing that made it one of the greats is the social aspect. I don't know anybody who's played Borderlands that didn't play it with their friends. And I feel like Pokemon Go is the epitome of that. What do you mean by staying power? Okay. By definition, I get it. Not gonna lie, I had to go Google it. No shame. You should only have shame in being ignorant. Yeah, I do want to say thank you again to everybody that's in the chat. I really appreciate you guys coming by and staying here. It's been great. If you haven't liked the stream on YouTube, please do that. It's just going to recommend more people to the stream in the future. If you're not subscribed and you do want to come back and watch the Zulrah grind, which will be coming up next, come back for that. I just spent literally all of my money getting ready for that. I bought the Noxious Halberd, Ring of Suffering, and what's the other thing I got? Oh, the Serpentine Helm. Got all three of those today, so... Actually bought them really low. And got lucky on the price. Yeah, that's what I looked up, Laros. Ooh. Let's get the prayer going. Yeah, I think probably one of the games that I think would have probably the best staying power by that definition would probably be Halo. Because Halo had some questionable games along the way, but it is such a cult classic that it was hard for them not to be able to get through tough times. I would say that Call of Duty's like that, but I feel like after 7 bad games, everybody just kind of gave up on it. They went through definitely went through a low phase. They had some good staying power for a while, but yeah, the music on that one was great. I think that's another reason why Doom did so well. Whether you like hard rock or not, Doom did well because the music was awesome. And I'm pretty sure, I could be absolutely mistaken about this, so please tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the musician that did all the rock music for the first Doom game did not come back for the other ones. I think he might have come back for one game. Doom, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, GTA, Old School RuneScape. Old School RuneScape has like some weirdly nostalgic music, and like they did a good job with their music production. I found I'm gonna have to go pull up my YouTube page now and see, because I'm subscribed to him. It's a music channel that they have songs, like old school RuneScape songs, but it's all, or they have like, they're remakes of real songs that you know, like American Idiot. But it's all using RuneScape instruments. I'm as soon as I get out of here, I'm gonna look it up. Here we go, hold on. I'm going to find it right now. Subscriptions. Where's my list of subscriptions? There we go. Give me 1 second. I got it. It's called Unpragmatic. Wait, what? Yeah, Unpragmatic Covers. Can I? Go look at them on RuneScape, or on RuneScape, on YouTube if you haven't. They are fantastic. I think it's one musician. He definitely understands music theory, and he just breaks apart all the songs and uses nothing but RuneScape instruments. I was actually trying to reach out to him to see if I could use that music for my channel. So if anybody knows that person or can get in touch with them, let a brother know. More ladle darts. Not mad about that. Like I said, I'm going to need him for Zulrah. He did Doom 2016 and they didn't pay him for 9 months and screwed him over. Yeah, I might not come back if you didn't pay me for 9 months. In fact, I have left companies before because they screwed around with my pay. I took basically a 75% pay cut from a company one time, and then they tried to increase our workload. And then they tried to make it look like it was an opportunity. And I think that's the part that made everybody angry. If you got to downsize, if you got to stop paying bonus money and things like that, I think your employees get it. Especially, we knew where the market was going. Wasn't a great time to be in that industry, but they made some big mistakes. They lost a lot of employees, like thousands of employees. But maybe that was the plan all along. All right, we'll go ahead and go in now and just chill out. He'll lose a little bit of health. Our spec will go up. We'll be able to at least double spec before this starts. I'm going to stop by next time I top up on my run energy. I'm going to cook these last 2 lizards too. Prolong this for a bit. All right, double spec. Let's see what we can get. That was a good one. The fact that I can get a double spec and 2 double hits with the boppers before I even get out of that first position is crazy. These weapons hit way too fast. Jagex, don't change it. Oh, it actually does take your weapon out of your inventory. That's cool. Can I put a different one on? Has anyone ever tried that? Oh yeah, you can't. It just doesn't let you. I wonder what the chat message is though. Your hands are too cold to wield a weapon. Don't tell. I'm a Michigander. Don't you tell me my hands are too cold to hold a weapon. Okay? I spent years at the bus stop getting ready for this. You said full set makes you feel more cracked. You're right. The only reason I'm not using the full set here is because it's not as much defensive bonus. The Bandos is just better. Offensive bonuses are better for the full Blood Moon set, but need a little defense here. As soon as I got the Blood Moon, I went and did some... I was making some shorts afterwards, and I literally sat at Crab with like the little prayers and a prayer regen pot and some super attack and super strength potions, and I was getting like 100k XP an hour in strength, and I was like, this is what these guys were talking about when I was level 30, and they were like, yeah, I'm getting 100k an hour, and I'm like, how? This is AFK. I understand it now. Naguas is really good too. You'll make even more XP at Naguas, which I haven't done yet. You'll also, if you don't, it's obviously a lot less AFK, but if you don't mind it being a little less AFK, you can make a lot of money, especially as an iron. You can get a lot of smithing stuff. Crab is awesome. All hail Crab, the mightiest of XP providers. Also, I'll say this too. You want some crazy comments? Go stand a crab for a little bit on a crowded world. Go ahead, I dare you. I was feeling a little froggy yesterday, and everybody in the forestry world was saying that they were bored. And I was like, well, I can start a riot real quick if you want me to. I only have to use one word. And I don't care where you land on politics. This is funny. But everyone was like, no, you can't get everybody arguing with one word. And so I was like, all right, watch this. And then I just put Trump. And then everybody just lost their minds. The chat just starts scrolling. Like, I didn't even say anything about Trump. I just said Trump. It was funny. It was funny. Oh, I forgot to text my brother-in-law too. Told him I was going to be streaming. Oh, and then a friend texted me. We're doing a movie night tonight, and he just texted me and said we can get Domino's for dinner. Even though I just spent all my time shit talking Domino's. You know, I was talking about how much better the defense bonus was on Bandos, but geez, I just got wrecked right there. Yeah, the irony is crazy. Small world, huh? Either that or he's watching stream and he did it on purpose. That's equally as likely. Because he would do that. Alright. If you didn't hear it earlier, that's your safe spot. That little tile right there. If you're facing north. Don't hit zeros. Okay? Don't do it. He's only got 35 health left. Bing bong. Get him out of here. Alright. Okay, so here we on. This will be 164. We're kind of cooking. Popping through them pretty quick. At this rate, I am hoping 184 is where we get it. Because that would leave me quite a bit of time to try to learn Zulrah. Some darts. We'll use those later. Who thinks I'm going to kill Zulrah first try? You guys think I'd do it? No Monkey did some pretty good walkthroughs for the melee version. I have the Serpentine Helm, which should protect me from a lot of the venom. And then I'm going to download, or not download, but like install some of the stuff from the plugins, which will mark the little serpents. So I know which ones are melee and which ones are mage. I also have the Ring of Suffering, so that'll automatically kill off the melee ones. So I just need to protect from the mage ones. So lots of little things by doing a little research that I set myself up for it to be easier. But I don't expect to kill Zulrah first time. What I expect is for it to be an experience much like Jad, where I get absolutely wrecked for a significant period of time. But you never know. I might get lucky. I do have the Noxious Halley. It's a very good weapon. Unfortunately, the Noxious Halley and Serpentine Helm typically would apply poison damage or venom damage, but Zulrah is immune to that, of course. So I won't be able to use that part of the Noxious Halley kit. So you can wait. Can't wait for you to experience the 40-40 range and hits on the mage phase. So is that the one that's on like the Jad phase basically, where he's going back? He's in mage phase, but he hits range and mage. I feel like after Scurious and Jad, I'm ready for that. Also, I have heard that with melee, because he doesn't have any melee defense. With the Noxious Halley and the stats that I have, I might be able to kill him fast enough that I don't often get to that phase once I'm good at killing him. So, we'll see. Yeah, one phase is like everything. I do expect to die a few times. But I think Judicator was saying that you don't have a death cost your first few runs. It's like up to 50 KC or something like that. That'll be nice. I only have 6 mil left in the bank because I sold everything. I'm completely prepared to sell my Asmunten's Fang to get good at Zulrah. I'm willing to make that sacrifice. The price has gone down. I'll probably lose a mil or two off of it, but I will definitely make that back at Zulrah. I also may not need to do that because I have a whole bunch of other stuff. I could sell a bunch of my Barrows dupes. All of the first drops for each Barrows thing I'm keeping because I'm giving all of those away to you guys. So subscribe if you haven't already. When I'm done with the Barrows grind, I'm giving all of them away on one stream. More wormling bones. But yeah, I've probably got 20 or 30 mil worth of stuff in the bank that I could definitely sell if I'm getting into that death cost for Zulrah. But like I said, I think it's worth it. I'll get my money's worth. All right, what KC was that? 165. All right, 19 more KC, then we're getting it. Remember, we're getting it at 184, which has already been confirmed by Jagex. I've got my inside guy. I did have people in my chat joking when I was doing Barrows that I knew someone at Jagex. Because twice I called the precise number that I was going to get a drop on, like 6 runs before it happened. 149, I called that one perfectly. I think there was another one before that. It was like 100 or something. I called that one. Not bad there. We'll definitely get in the second phase. It's crazy. It's like I'm actually finally getting good at running through these tornadoes, and then like I'm never gonna have to do it again. Like right when I get good at it is when we're done doing it. I've gotten a little lazy with my prayer swaps. You don't need to swap as much on this. But Huey brought that back full force for me. I took a lot of unnecessary damage. What's our strength XP looking like? Man, we've gotten half of a level. What does that put us at? 92 if we get it? And more wormling bones. I accidentally just left those in my inventory. Whoopsie. All right, that was 166. Moons has been fun. It's crazy. It's almost like bittersweet. I might come back and run Moons in the future just for the heck of it. Maybe I'll do one of those long streams and anything I get I'll give away in chat. Just have some fun. Maybe if I'm close to a level one day I'll do that. Maybe I'll plan that for my 99 strength party. I'll do like the second half of 99 strength at Moons, and then anything I get I'll give away. That'd be pretty cool. So like, why aren't we hitting there? I think he literally says like, there's got to be something going on there. Could legit just be the connection today. I get hit here. Yep. probably be the last one. Yep. We'll probably kill him before we're done over here. We might kill him on this first one. Good hits. Let's go. Bing bong. Bing bong, you're gone. For those that have irons, have you gone and gotten your sulfur blades yet? I would train up your account a little bit and get your sulfur blades before you actually go in and start killing moons, because it is very good against Blood Moon. They're great slash weapons, but it's also just good XP. And you can have nothing but an inventory full of these potions and then not have to use food. I'm glad we prayed up for that clay we got. It was really important. I'm trying to think of something about moons that's bad. Like, is there anything you guys can think of moons that's actually not good? Did they miss at all? I'm hoping Blood Moon Rises is like that. For like everything in the whole thing is good. I think Varlamore's like that. I don't like Veil Totems is awesome. The quests are fun. Moons is awesome. Whoever we have designing stuff right now, you're doing a good job. So everybody stop complaining because it went up by $1, okay? You're gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. It's $1. If Jagex asked, I would just give them $12 more a year because they needed it to pay their employees. Because the content is that good. Alright. Let's go in. Pop our specs. Love the triple max. Pretty awesome. Get paid back by the double zeros. I think I'm getting hit here. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Probably getting hit again. There's definitely something going on with connection. Are you guys experiencing any lag today, or is it just literally just me? Do I need to reset my router? Man, it just rocked my world. Rude. Come on, can we take out that last 34? No, not if we're just not attacking for no reason. I don't understand why that's happening. It's actually starting to frustrate me. Why are we not attacking? Like, I hit you the first time, and then I don't hit you the second time. Also, I'm an idiot for stepping on the thing right there. Oh, getting hit there too. I'm trying to think about what it is that's happening. There's got to be a reason. It can't just be connection. Bang. All right. Back to it. Let's go get our loot. Maybe after that nonsense, we'll just get the last collection log and I can go kill Zulrah. A man can hope and dream. Do you imagine if I collection logged at 167? Green log. A green bucket. All right. Oh, I just noticed, Anthony, you followed on Twitch. Thank you. And Justin yesterday subbed on. I did not realize that these little mini feeds were over here. So again, learning new stuff. Thank you guys. Maybe I'll do a special short just for you guys since I didn't call you out in chat. Oh, Anthony Grech has got to be Vander Grech. No way there's two Grechs in here. I wish it gave me like a notification, like a little ding. I'm sure that there is. What the? It's that thing where the camera was in the way. I'm gonna go ahead and top off before I go in there for literally no reason. As soon as this is done, we'll hop in there and get another KC. This will be 169. Giggity. Good walk around there. Get straight over here. I think we're getting hit here. No, we're not. We're gonna make it through. Ooh, juking! Oh, I really thought we were gonna juke our way out of that one. That would have been awesome. If you don't know, I don't know if this is a setting you have to turn on or if it's just rune light or what, but if you hold your control button, it will do the opposite of whatever you have set here. So if you hold control while you have run up, it'll walk. And if you get hit by this, you can just press control and you'll start running again. Especially if you're trying to click where you're going, it's just a lot better. Alright, we can't afford any zeros here, though. Come on. Bang, bang. Can we hit 50 on the last part? I think we can. Let's go. All right, KC 169. We're about to get into the 170s. We've been absolutely spooned up to this point, so nothing would surprise me. But we'll hope and pray. And we'll get some clay. The only bad part about being spooned is when it starts to like come back at you, where it's like, we're gonna balance this out. You're not getting your last one until you should have, which is like 450. And then you just go 200 dry. That would not be funny. Alright, we're in Brazier phase. Let's go ahead and get in there. Put the claws on. Do a little double spec at the beginning. I do need to remember to prioritize prayer over attacking. To click prayer first before I attack. Because if you don't have it on, you don't get that boost from piety. I didn't swap my weapon, wasted a little DPS there. And then hit that double zero. You know the one. Still a pretty decent phase. Oh, how did I turn my prayer off? Did y'all see when I turned my prayer off? Why am I making these little mistakes? Am I losing focus? How dare I? Go 5 minutes without a collection log. Start losing focus. Hopefully we're finishing this phase. Yeah, we definitely will. Got 4 hits in there. Woo. All right, this is KC 170. see what we get. KC 170. Do we get the collection log to end them all? We do not. We get some buckets. We get some buckets of compost. What's bad is that I already filled my bottomless compost bucket with like 5,000 buckets of ultra compost, which gives me like 10,000 charges. I don't even know if I'll ever plant that many things. But I had already purchased it. The compost, that is. So I just threw it all in there, and here we go. Nothing like spending two mil, basically, on some compost. I do need to buckle down on farming. I think I'll naturally do a bit more farming in the next coming weeks. Because like I said, if I'm camping Zulrah on stream, that handles stream and money making, which means that I'm going to focus off stream pretty much primarily on questing. And I will want the breaks from questing. So I'll probably go do farm and herb runs between quests. Or, excuse me, birdhouse and farming runs between quests. Oda has what in the same spot? My spots or what? I'm getting hit by that one. No, I'm not. That's crazy. I have watched a little bit of Oda. I'm not a big PvP person. I just like Oda's personality. I think he's hilarious. He's a total goof. The face cam. I don't know. I feel like that's relatively common. I thought a lot about where to put the face cam. I originally had it over here, on the other side of the screen. But I didn't like it because it took up just too much of the screen, and you already have lost this right side. In a perfect world, I would do an overlay that was the shape of the actual map itself, and my face would be in the map, because I think that would just look cool. But I would need to do something as simple as screenshotting and then changing it, which I haven't done yet, so no excuse. More ladle darts, not mad about that. What was that, 171? Yep. But yeah, I thought about doing what No Monkey does and putting it down here, but I didn't really like that. I tried it. I also didn't want to do the green screen thing. I like the idea of having a background, especially once I get a better camera and have things in the background. There are some things I plan to put in the background that I would like to have there. And so, just personal preference thing. I put it up here at the top because I wanted to have the natural me looking down at the screen was the natural looking down at the content in the center of the screen that you're looking at. And it just seemed like that was the most natural place to put it. I don't know if you guys watch Markiplier, but that's like a big pet peeve of his is when streamers are like looking away from their video game. And from a like design and user interface perspective, he's not wrong, so it's kind of funny. Did any of you guys watch Iron Lung? I'm not the biggest Markiplier fan. I'm kind of fan adjacent just because I know him from friends of mine that watch him. I saw one of his shows in Houston. I do think he's a very good content creator. He's a good entertainer. I'm not gonna lie, Iron Lung made no damn sense to me. Not at all. Not even a little bit. I was lost in the sauce. I had to do research afterwards, but apparently that's the whole point, is for it to be confusing. Which, that seems rude, you know? Why would you purposely confuse me? But no, it's pretty cool. That was the #1 movie in America. Or it might have been in the world. I think at least America, but... But yeah, good for him. It was a cool movie. I just didn't know the context, so I was very much lost. All right, 172. What am I gonna get from you? Some blessed bone shards. Yay. Iron Lung's on the docket. I'd recommend, even though I said like I was a little confused, especially if you're a Markiplier fan, 100% go see it. It was cool. The beginning of it, I'm not going to do any spoilers, but the beginning of it was definitely like it definitely reeled you in. It was a slow beginning. You got a chance to learn the characters and learn a little bit about the world that you were in. I just thought it was good cinematography at the beginning. You can tell that it was, you know, like they put their money and their budget where it needed to be. And I liked that. I thought it was a very intelligently put together film. So that was cool. I definitely 10 out of 10 would recommend, even though I'll say 9 out of 10 because there was a little bit of confusion for me. But I can't blame that on Markiplier. Apparently, it's supposed to be that way. Attack. Don't hit zeros. Thank you. Does anybody else talk to their character as if their character is not them? Oh, I'm so getting hit. How have I gotten away with this? Getting away with murder. Going for it. Oh, I shouldn't have gone for it. Alright. You watched him play the game. So, the friend of mine that, you know, I've got 2 friends that are into Markiplier that live in this local area, but the friend that I originally learned Markiplier from, he said that he had watched him play Iron Lung, and that's why they both understood a little bit more about it. But, you know, he made him a servant in his bathroom. I think I saw that, where it was like a bunch of like Mac computers and stuff, and they just... They're all like stacked up. He's got like fans running through it and all that. It's pretty funny. I like the grittiness that Markiplier has. Like he's very much, he will do what it takes to get done what he wants to get done. And I appreciate and respect that a lot. Alright, this is 172. I want some more loot. I want it. So I would like to hit more than a 0. There we go. We'll hit a 19. Alright. I probably will go ahead and loot up after this one. So in that case, let's top the food off and top the prayer off. Alright, let's see if we need to loot up at all. Maybe we don't need to. Maybe we just get what we get, because we get it right here. You know? Final blue moon piece, maybe, question mark? Just more ladle darts. Just more disappointment. I have no right to say that. I've been just fundamentally spooned since the beginning of this. All right, let's go loot back up. All right, I am going to take a 2-minute intermission. I'm going to go use the restroom, grab a snack because I'm actually starving. It will be like 2 minutes or less. I'm going to leave you guys on a cool intermission screen with some RuneScape music, and I will be back. We'll loot back up, and we'll go do some more Blood Moon. We're at 173. Allegedly, according to chat, we're going to get this at 184. And so we'll just see what happens. But I will be right back. And we're back. We're back and we're ready to loot up and get back into this. Y'all ready for another collection log? Because that's what I'm ready for. I'm ready for it. I was born ready for it. Oh wow, we're really close to 75 hunter. Maybe I should go do some hunter runs, some birdhouse runs. I'll get a level. It's funny what motivates you. When you're close, it's worth it. All right, let's hunt a few more lizards. Again, I appreciate you guys hanging around in chat today. I've had some fun. I hope that you have. This is the end of a grind is always you kind of gotta pay to play type thing. It can be a little boring for a while when you go a little bit dry, which we are not under any stretch of the imagination dry, but you guys know what I mean. We'll go ahead and cook that last one. It'll give us 2 out of the 3. Alright. But, yeah, if we went as dry as we were supposed to be right now, I still could not be mad. Because I should be nowhere near having the entire set. Alright, we're going to start this one off with the triple spec. I'm eating some pistachios. Get some protein. Maybe I'll stop yawning. I've been sleeping like absolute crap for like a month. You guys got any recommendations? Maybe I should just play more RuneScape, you know? RuneScape cures all. Man, you had a triple spec. You're having a good day. I think that's the most I've ever hit him for in the first section. Go to the gym, regular bedtimes. I had some injuries. I pulled a hamstring and I pulled an abdominal muscle. And admittedly, I didn't work out for a while. And then I have a tendency to get back into working out and work out a little too hard, a little too fast. And I just could not afford to re-injure. So I started out with just doing like yoga, stretching, a bunch of other stuff. But now I'm feeling a lot stronger. I think I need to get back to running. Yeah, that's the fastest I think I've ever quit doing. Judicator, are you happy that you came back and I'm still at Moons? Careful what you say. There is no right answer. All right, let's see. Oh. Yeah, Steve, you're right. I will be. Thanks for hopping on. Girlfriend wants to go eagle spotting? You must really love her. Just take it as an American pastime, you know? Go see an eagle. Bro, if she wants to go eagle spotting, just do some hunter in RuneScape. Give her a membership, tell her to get to work. That is hilarious. So, while I was in the intermission, my brother, Swag and Killer here, texted me and said that they just came out with season 2 of the One Piece live action. And I never watched any of the... I'm not a big anime person. In fact, One Piece is the only anime I've ever watched. Besides Avatar, if you would consider that an anime. I think it's a little bit too pop culture to be an anime, but I really don't know. But that anime was awesome. I'm definitely getting swacked in the head. So, I'm excited about that. Have a cool thing to watch. What was that on? Was it on Netflix? I've gotten mixed, it is on Netflix. I've gotten mixed suggestions from people. A lot of people say I should go watch the 1,000 episodes of it because it's awesome. And I've had some other people tell me not to waste my time. So maybe I'll get real bored one day when I'm finishing up. You thought it got discontinued? Like the live action? I thought from the beginning they were always going to do a second season. They better keep it going. That thing was awesome. There's no way that didn't get good reviews. There's zero chance that didn't get good reviews. I wouldn't believe it. All right, this is the first KC that Steve's here for. We know he's the rabbit foot of the account. All right. We just need to warm up the rabbit foot. We need to rub it a few times. Steve, come here. Let me rub your head. All right, pause. That sounded weird. Stay where you're at. Never mind. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Pin you down like you're 3. It is a lot more fun having like fights with your brothers when they're old enough and strong enough to fight back. When you were 3 and I was in my 20s, that wasn't fun. Way more fun now. If I mess up, I'm catching one, and I know it. Getting old, I can't slip. The young ones keep you sharp. I know a lot of the RuneScape crowd is up there in age, at least in their 30s. Don't let yourself get old. Fight the age. Do what Judicator said. Get in the gym. Go to sleep at a reasonable time. Why do I still have my prayer on? Alright, Blue Moon. Let's finish you up. Steve, to get you an update, we only need one more piece. Out of all 13 pieces. Why are you not hitting? I've clicked the man 4 times. There's got to be a connection issue going on. I'm so serious. I got disconnected like 6 times doing agility earlier. And that just don't even make sense. But anyway, we only need one more piece. It should take about 450 kills to get the entire set. And this is kill count like 175. Yeah, 176. So I'm getting just fundamentally spooned. Just spoon-fed the loot. You know when you drop in Apex and there's like an R9 next to an R301? Like before they had the loot stations? And you just get R400 off rip. And then a whole team walks around the corner. And all of a sudden you have 600 damage and you're the kill leader. This is the RuneScape equivalent of that. It's the perfect drop. If you guys are Apex fans, Apex Legends fans, give a few congrats to Swag and Kill here. He just got like 2 back-to-back 4Ks the other day. Didn't you get him on 2 different characters too? So in the last few days, you've gotten it on Lifeline, Horizon. Didn't you get 2 more the night before on 2 other characters? If you don't know Apex, getting a 4K is like getting a 1-minute Zulrah kill. Conduit, Mirage, Catalyst, Lifeline, and Horizon. Didn't you already have one on Horizon, though? If you didn't, that's surprising. In case you're wondering, Swaggin' Killer is cracked at Fortnite, okay? He's so good at Apex that I had to quit. Made me realize my age. You were like 40 off with Horizon once. We're going through another phase, aren't we? Oh. Boo. That's dope, though. I'm glad you got back into Apex. That is like the prime of gaming. Speaking of, we were talking earlier in chat about some of the best games of all time. I think even with the ups and downs that Apex Legends has gone through, I still think it's one of the best shooters of all time. And I don't know that another game will come out in my lifetime that I will consider to be better than Apex Legends. Apex in its prime, there is no better Battle Royale experience. It was fantastic. The movement, the weapons, all of it was fantastic. Even Apex at its worst, I think, was still amazing. You know, a game that's at its worst right now? It's Rocket League. There are so many bots in Rocket League that, like, pro level players are getting pushed down in the overall rank. And so people in the mid-tier ranks like myself are playing against people 2 to 3 ranks above them that they should never be playing against. And similar thing happened in Apex. Similar thing happens in a lot of different games. So, you know, it's not an uncommon thing, but man, I haven't played Rocket League in a long time because of it. I hope they sort it out. There is going to be apparently there's an anti-cheat that was supposed to come out in season 22 that just launched. And then they're going to do another like layer of anti-cheat in the season after that. So hopefully that'll get rid of all the bots, but yeah, when pro players are playing against bots, what are you supposed to do? You know? If the pros can't beat them, what am I doing? All right, let's wait for this phase to finish up. Let's get in there. Get our claws going. Prayer. Spec. Little Speckington action. The double spec. Not quite enough energy for the triple. Not a great start. But that's okay. Ooh, yeah. Knew I was getting hit by that one. We're taking this hit, too. Tanking? We're tanking the hits? I'm gonna go ahead and eat. I kind of needed to eat before this anyway, so. Like playing a game of Frogger. All right, let's turn that run back on. We may have to go through a third phase. Depends on how well that spec hits. Pretty decent. Should get one more hit before the rotation. I've been like spam clicking him just in case some weird lag happens again and I'm not getting my hits in. Yeah, darn it. We are going to have to go third phase. It's alright, it's the easy one. If you start close enough, you can get a double hit in before it starts. But then it always takes an odd number of hits, so you're gonna have to do this last one anyway. There's no real way of, until you get a really high strength level. Basically, your strength level is the only thing that makes a difference on this. Come here, Blue Moon. I have to crack you like a beer bottle. Get it, Blue Moon? Steve, I got a text from Alex yesterday, and he was out of town on a business trip, and he asked the people at the little like restaurant bar that he was at to put my stream up in the bar. So he just sends me a picture, and there's just a bar full of people watching my stream. I'm freaking famous, man. Swamp Tar. That one hurts. Haven't got that in a while. All right, we're not doing bad, though. Which one was that? 178? I'm really hoping... Was it you, LaRose, that said 184? I don't remember who that was. Let me go find it. Unfortunately, it is not available in the chat because it was too long ago. But whoever said 104 or 184, I hope you're right. Because I want to get this over and go kill Zulrah. If I can start camping Zulrah, I'm going to be super happy. Realistically, though, I would be surprised if we finished up moons tonight. Just because, frankly, I don't deserve it. I've been spoon-fed. If I go 100 dry, it just makes sense. Almost done. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I don't know why I've done this. Why can't I move? I just had the weirdest movement experiences today. And attacking. It's been odd. Also didn't have my prayer on for that. That was all me, I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna have to camp some agility in the next coming weeks. Especially if I'm gonna camp Zulrah. It's just way more convenient if I have 76. But I feel like by the time I have 76, I'll be able to sustain the teleports from killing Zulrah. So there's kind of no point. But I at least want to get to 71. So, pretty close to 70. I got about a half hour left on 70. And then it'll probably be about 2.5 hours. Which I can definitely do over the next few days. To get to 71. That'll be nice. That also means I can use the shortcut in the Taverley dungeon, get into the Blue Dragons, which is nice. One more hit, come on. Oh, I will freak out. He has 4 health, man. He's won! He's won! Somebody hit him. Boo. He literally has 2 health now. He has 1 health. He's 1 shot. I'm not even turning my prayer on. I'm just giving him the double bop. Bing bong. There we go. I had a 14 and a 22. He needed 1. Alright. Let's roll. 200k off of 92 strength. That'll be nice. Any melee stats I can get before I start Zulrah is going to be nice. For those who weren't here in the beginning, I bought the Noxious Halberd, the Serpentine Helm, and the necklace, or the Ring of Suffering, which are all kind of best in slot for doing melee at Zulrah. And Zulrah does not have melee defense, so it's a pretty good way of doing it. Also, my melee stats are some of my highest. Mage is definitely up there. If the melee doesn't work out, then I do have the Twin Flame Staff, and there's a way of kind of camping behind the pillars and getting a whole bunch of damage off and extending some of the phases. Which means if you do it with the staff, it's very rare, even at 86 magic, that I'm going to get to the phases where Zulrah's just shooting everything at you. So if the melee doesn't work out, I probably will not sell the stuff that I've purchased because it is best in slot for other things. But it would be unfortunate because I am down to 6 mil now. I don't even have enough to purchase more stuff to make more rune bars. So I'll probably have to sell my Fang to finish up smithing if Zulrah doesn't work out. But I think Zulrah will work out. I think we're going to be fine. I think everything's going to be fine. Let's finish the phase, okay? And we're in. What's funny is I didn't even know that I was doing the quest I needed to do to unlock Zulrah. I found out literally during the quest. That's how much I know about Woundscape. Oh, I hit the quadruple 0. That was an easy Frogger level. We're doing it again. Oh, I almost made it. Would have been awesome, man. What's up, Dakota? Welcome back. We're missing one piece. One piece. Un. We need the Blue Moon Tassets. If we get those, we're going to go try our first kills at Zulrah. Finished the quest up yesterday. Bought a Noxious Halley. Was just talking about it. Serpentine Helm, Necklace of Suffering, or Ring of Suffering. I'm suffering. Honestly, it would have made sense to bring the Ring of Suffering here. Maybe not for money, but I would be getting faster kills. I might try that after when I need to get my loot, restocked up. I might do that. Just try it out. I want to try out as many of those mechanics as possible before. How have I done this? Go back. I do think having the Serpentine Helm, if I'm not mistaken, will actually protect me from a lot of the venom from Zulrah, which is, from what I hear, one of the hardest mechanics to overcome. So if it doesn't negate all of it, it negates a lot of it. I think that's the whole point of having the Serpentine Helm. Because it's definitely not to poison or venom Zulrah, because you can't. Alright, we're praying and hoping and hoping and praying. And all we got was blessed bone shards. The praises go up, but the blessings don't always come down. Chance lied to us. Dakota, what have you been working on today? I know you're playing while you're watching. I need to finish up the quest grind to get my Barrow's gloves. I just need quest points at this point. I've done literally everything else. All the subquests. Everything. Feels anticlimactic. I went to go kill the boss, and they were like, yeah, we're not going to let you do that yet. You don't have enough quest points. You haven't suffered enough in Gillinor. So we're going to make you suffer now. So, I don't have that +1 strength bonus. We're in. I really need to set this stuff up before I go in. Just waking up. It's 3:10 at the moment for you. All right, so you're in Central Time Zone like I am. Oh, I'm getting hit by that. Yep. I misplaced my sense of space there. What are you trying to get from... Oh, the Dragon Warhammer? Are you an Iron, Dakota? $617 with no Warhammers. Then you don't want to stick around here, dude. I'm at KC like 175, and I'm getting spoon-fed. I am getting straight punched in the face by Blue Moon today, though. What's the drop rate on the Dragon Warhammer? Let's look it up. Damn, 1 in 3K. All right, so you're not dry at least. That's good. You're on a hardcore Iron Man? Oh, you already have it. Got you. Yeah, the Dragon Warhammer is pretty nice. How much is that bad boy? 17 mil. I don't need it yet. But what I do need is this final collection log. Instead, I get sun-kissed bones. Not sun-kissed loot. Sun-kissed bones. This is the only bad part bad part about not being able to speak English. It's the only bad part about getting spooned. Is that when it resets, when it recalibrates, and you're back on the drop rate, oh, you'll wait centuries. One in 3K is not bad though. For a Dragon Warhammer. I'm looking forward to the hardcore grind eventually. I definitely want to go through the whole game, get the quest cape, do all the bosses, just fundamentally understand the game before I go do Iron Man, because Iron Man is just a lot harder. I don't know if I have any interest in doing hardcore. I think I'll start hardcore knowing that it's exceptionally likely that I die very fast. If you do hardcore Iron Man and you die, it just becomes an Iron Man? Or do you straight up lose the account? Because if I'm straight up going to lose the account, I don't know if I can put myself through that. Because I know how bad I am at RuneScape, you know? I died 5 times at Jad. Granted, that was my first time ever doing it. I feel like I can forgive myself for that. Alright, last 248 damage. anything right now. That's damage right there. Oh, Dakota, I'm sorry. The limit is like either 140 or 160 characters. Just because when I'm bossing, it's hard to read the longer messages. If you spam a few messages, I'm okay with that. All right. I don't even know what KC it is, but let's get that loot. I'm not mad about a U seed. I'm not exceptionally excited about it, but I'm not mad. That's 182. According to chat, we only got 2 more to go. If this hits on 184, assuming that person is not an Iron Man, I will literally give them 10 mil. Actually, they can choose which of the sets. I'm giving away the Blue Moon, and I'll probably give away the other one as well. So if you're right, I'll just give you the Blue Moon set. Assuming I can. If you're an Iron, I'm sorry. You should have chose a different life. Pick a friend. I'll give it to them. That actually would be a fun way of doing like a collection log stream. If you're going to go through and get all the collection log items, as you get them, the person that guessed most correctly gets the item. That'd be awesome. In terms of reasons I might watch a streamer, that's up there. The quad 0. We cooked him there though. Not mad. All right, easy peasy. All right, we're definitely killing this phase. I feel like this is like fighting Brutus. Like you kill him so fast, go get your loot, kill him again, kill him again, kill him again. I think it takes me longer to kill Scurrius. I'm actually not kidding about that. I do think it takes me longer to kill Scurrius than it does to kill Blue Moon. These boppers are crazy. Nothing like a cup of tea. Tea. All right. This is 183. We're hoping and praying. Atlatl darts. Can never be mad about those. We need a lot of them. Especially if we're going to be on a good Zulrah grind. You pretty much do for the Noxious Halley runs. You do that. You do the Noxious Halley when you can get within the melee distance. And then sometimes you're blocked by the clouds. And so you'll do the Atlatl there. And since my range is 83, but strength is 91, that damage is going to scale off the strength. And it should be a pretty good weapon. So, all right, that was 183. Let's see if chat's right. Is this the last one? If we get on 184 and chat's been right the whole time, I'm actually going to lose my mind on chat. I'm going to be angry with you. Angry. Because I'm going to want to know how you knew this information. Who you sleeping with at Jagex? Three. Let's go. All right, that should leave me with another spec in the last round if we need it. Wow, I'm getting wrecked, bro. Chill. What was my health down to? Jeebus. I'm probably getting hit here. No, I'm not. Let's go. What have I done? Oh. I'm cracked at Frogger. Yeah, I knew I might get hit there. All right, let's eat some food. You guys hungry? I need to eat some food. Alright, we're only a few hits away from finding out. Is 184 the one? Why are we not hitting? Why? Why did I not hit? I don't understand. It's been happening all day. That's crazy. I literally was spam clicking on this guy. Alright, now me getting hit there was just my fault. Alright, I'm gonna have to ask somebody to explain why I'm not getting hits today. It's weird. The only reason I'm thinking it's connection is because I was literally lagging out doing agility earlier. Like I had to log off and restart my whole thing. Are you guys experiencing that too, or is it just... Do I need to look at my internet connection? Alright, let's not lose focus. This is KC 184, okay? We're gonna see whether or not my chat knows a thing or two about a thing or two. You guys ready? Ta-da. That's water orbs. Chat's a bunch of liars. Liars and deceivers. Can't trust chat. It's official right now. Can't trust you guys. All right. Looks like we're getting it at KC 450. Should I go buy a Dragon Scimitar and do the other combat achievement? I think I'm just going to do it later. I'm just going to keep cranking these out. Collection log is our primary focus. We cannot get distracted. The sooner we're done with this, the sooner we're Zulrahing. Alright. Come on, Spike Phase. My timing on getting back is always, maybe I need to milk the loot phase a little more. Alright, spec. Spec again. There's hits in there. That final hit before he does this stage every time is like a guaranteed 0-0. But it sucks when you hit the 0-0 right before that, because then it feels like you hit double zeros. Which you did. You hit exactly what you were supposed to. You just got unlucky once. Get to a certain part in my stream, I'm pretty sure that it just gives up and basically it stops giving me the data. Yeah, crazy. I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with Streamlabs. This may not be the software. May not be the right thing to be doing. Maybe I just go back to Discord, or not Discord, but OBS. Do everything manually. All right, 185. More wormling bones. All right. We just got to be patient. It will come. And we're still, I mean, grossly under the drop rate. Disgustingly under the drop rate. I should have gone for a run before I started stream today. Good specs. Taking like a third of his health with 2 specs is crazy. That's good damage right there. Love that. I think 150 on the final one. Be a quick kill. In some ways, I wish that the expediency of your kill would influence how you got your loot. But on the other hand, I'm kind of glad that it doesn't. It does on certain bosses. Definitely not on this one, though. Or at least that's my understanding. There are some bosses where how fast you kill and whether or not it's a perfect kill influences how much loot you get. Alright, let's finish this blue moon off. The crazy part is that, like, by I think 85, I was done with the first 2. So since, like, this has literally been 100 kills for Blue Moon. I want to say I stopped at 85. I'll have to go back and look at the footage. I think since 85, we've just been killing nothing but this. And that's when it becomes a bit of a grind. But it's okay. The battle darts on KC 186. 186 is one of those weird numbers that's like stuck in my skull forever. Because 186 miles per hour is 300 kilometers per hour. And all motorcycles from the factory are limited to 186 miles per hour or 300 kilometers per hour. It's a weird number. Don't ask me why I know that. Well, I just told you why I know that, but why do I remember that? Desk is being weird. Okay, we lost control of it. Alright. Let's do another one. Maybe we can get it before 200. Green log before 200 would still be pretty cool. Our spec is ready. We're ready. Let us in. And we're in. Not a bad double spec. Yeah, I'm just tanking this one. Knew I was getting hit. Wait, did I eat that or drop it? I did eat it. Okay. Oh, I'm holding control, not shift. I thought I just sold out and dropped food. Different button. I'm running? How did I split those? Did you guys see me juke between those? Alright, let's see what our luck is looking like. That was a good hit. RN Jesus, we pray to thee. Give us good hits. Well, I think we theoretically could do it. Oh. It's alright, this is the easy phase. I've gotten to the point where I'd take like the minimal amount of damage, and that's nice. One more. Bing bong. Forgot we still had our run energy off. Alright, we only need to hit 16. Not even going to turn the prayer on. Make that 15. One-shotting the boss. Did you guys see that? Just one-shot the boss. It's like the first time you get the bee in Borderlands. Was it Borderlands 2 or Borderlands 3? I think that was Borderlands 2. The bee, the shotgun. It would like shoot in, come out in both directions, come back in. I think it was overpowered. Like genuinely overpowered. You know what else is overpowered? Collection logs. When did we get the other blue moon piece? It was like 60 kills ago. Is this how most people feel when they go through their collection logs? Oh, that phase just started. Boo. Does he take... How about the test of theory? Does he take damage during this phase? No. Doesn't look like it. Oh, he does. Oh, so it's worth it to come in through during this phase. Oh, dude, I've been selling out. A 33 on the single hit? Oh, and then the spec was kind of dug me though. That's alright though. Good hits, almost half his health is gone. Wow, was I on the wrong tile that whole time? I deserve to take tons of damage. Hit him. Alright, I definitely need to loot up after this one. I've sold out and used too much food. Alright, I am going to start with a spec. Kind of need that DPS. I don't want to have to go through another phase. We got a pretty good chance of not going through the next phase. Oh yeah. Pretty darn good. Good chance. Alright, we are coming up on the end of stream. I do think I'm going to go a little over. I do think 12 to 4 is going to be the normal time from now on. And then obviously Saturday ones will run a little late. Just to finish up whatever we got going on for the week. Yes! Yes, it's over! Let's go! Let's go! Let's fucking go. That's it. The sub 200 collection log for moons. The 188. That is awesome. Oh, man. All right, Judicator, are you in the chat? I don't think you are. I think you're out there watching Eagles. That is awesome. I cannot believe that. We are done with moons. Right here at the end of stream. Awesome. I don't think anyone is even in the chat right now. That's the crazy part. Either that or my chat's broken again. That is awesome. All right. Moons is over. I've got 2 more combat achievements that I can get. One of them is going to be pretty easy. Actually, let me see how many points that is. Incomplete. It's 2 points. I might go ahead and do that one. That is crazy. We are completely done with the entire moon set. We're just going to go ahead and go home. Oh, I was actually using it. That is crazy, guys. It's over. We did it. 188. I was just saying, we're getting close to the end of stream. Might have to go another day. Nope. All done. Thanks, Dakota. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here for it. It's been awesome. I cannot believe I'm done with the... This is the first collection log I've done. So you do not get dupes if you're still camping like the new boss, if that makes sense. So the reason I was only going for Blue Moon is that if I was going for Blood Moon and Blue Moon, I could have gotten duplicates of Blood Moon, but you will not get duplicates of Blue Moon until the set is complete. So once that individual set is complete, you can receive duplicates of that one. And that's why Moons is actually a really good moneymaker if you're a main, because you can just camp it and make a boatload of money. All right, so that's the 3 sets. We can actually release that. And then, there we go. This is wild. I can't believe it, guys. We're done. We're done. There's the full collection log, 188 KC. I just have to say, Judicator he's downright pissed right now because I think last time I checked, he had like 6 pieces at 267 KC. Let's put the Blue Moon on. That looks awesome. Hold on, that looks cool. Hold on, we're gonna pull all the pieces out. And the Atlatl. Screw it, we'll pull the darts out too. All right, and you guys know what the Blue Moon set looks like. Or the Blood Moon, sorry. And then this is the Atlatl set. The Atlatl set looks cool. I like that set. That looks awesome. Good magic and range defense. Range is obviously pretty awesome there. I cannot believe we're done. All right. Well, we're close enough to the end of stream that I'm not going to go do a Zulrah kill on stream today. I do have some things that I've promised to do this evening. But it's been fun. This has been awesome. There is such a weird delay between chats. I got to find out what's going on there. I'm sorry for all the interruptions on that with chat. It's been crazy. I am probably going to do, and by probably I mean definitely, I'm going to figure out how to do it in Streamlabs through Twitch and YouTube. But I'm going to do a giveaway of the Blue Moon set because it's the one that I'm not going to use. It's a really good magic set, but I've already got what's it called? Dagenhai. So I'm never going to need the Blue Moon. I do need the Eclipse set and obviously the Blood Moon set. I'm never giving up. That thing is just too awesome. But I'm going to give away those, and then I'm giving away all of the Barrows sets because I'm never going to need those. I'm already well past those levels. So as I finish those up, I'm going to do giveaways on those. So if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and do that. Vandergrek, I noticed that you subscribed a few hours ago. Thank you for that. And then Justin, you did yesterday. Thank you for that. But guys, this has been a fantastic stream. I cannot believe this. Like the luck that I've had. Also, if you're ever wondering whether or not Moons is worth it, that's 40 mil. That's 40 mil. There's $1.5 million worth of Adladdle darts. And the prices have gone down. When I first got this drop, it was like 12 mil for the Blood Moon tassets. Insane. Insane. All right, let me get these all matched up. Weapon first, then helmet. Or wait, weapon, then chest. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, because that one is different. Oh, it's weird because they are different pieces. Oh, no, they're not. Weapon is last. I'm just special, is what's going on here. All right, guys. Well, that concludes this. I actually, I can't believe it was done in 188 kills. I'm glad that I got Zulrah unlocked because I did want the next boss. I've been trying to figure out what boss I want to run. And Huey was not it. We did one day of Huey. That was yesterday. I did 22 KC. I did like maybe 5 KC with Mighty, where it was like 7 or 8 people. That was not fun. And then I did like 5 KC by myself. That was even worse. And then the only way that it's fun is if you have all 3 people. Huey's a lot of fun if you have 3 people. Up to 5, it could be fun as well, but Huey was not it. Zulrah unlocked that, bought a whole bunch of stuff. I'm very much looking forward to doing that. So the official new schedule for stream is going to be Tuesday through Saturday, noon to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that's pretty much going to be the schedule for the foreseeable future. The schedule's kind of been all over the place in the first few months. And that was just for me to kind of discover what I wanted to do, get my footing as a streamer and a content creator. There will be daily shorts and probably weekly or bi-weekly videos. So if you want to get the stream updates once a week or once every other week, especially if I'm doing a longer thing, like if I'm trying to greenlog Zulrah and I'm streaming that every day until I get it, obviously it might be a month before that video comes out. So just keep that in mind. But if you want to see those in the future, let's get subscribed. And if you're over on Twitch, get following there on Twitch as well. I just now today got into the right category on Twitch, so I understand if you haven't been able to find the channel or anything yet. Dakota, you're learning Zulrah as your next boss too? Well, then come by. Tuesday is going to be the first stream. I'm going to learn it live on stream, so I might get a few KC in over the weekend just because I'm really itching to go do Zulrah. And there will be enough Zulrah failures over that time, so we'll be good. And there'll hopefully be a lot of successes. But Zulrah is definitely the next one. And if you want to learn, I'm happy to be the one to fail to help you figure it out. So thank you guys again. The love and all the chatting and the subscriptions and everybody liking the videos and the shorts and just continuously coming back. It means a ton. I love it, and I'm definitely going to continue doing this. So this concludes the first 100 days of me streaming. And like I said, everything's going to be on a lot better of a schedule now, and everything will be a lot more consistent. So again, thank you guys for everyone that subscribed so far. There's been about 50 that have been just OGs since the beginning. So I appreciate you guys. You've been awesome. But that concludes today. We have finished the Blood Moons, or the Moons of Peril green log, 188 KC, 40 mil, and we frustrated at least one of our subscribers in doing that. So got to take pride in that. Love you guys. I'll see you on Tuesday.